This is your home for the Chieftains. Tonganoxie Sports Live. Tonganoxie Sports Live is presented by Kansas Insurance, locally owned and operated. Kansas Insurance agents have years of industry experience. Learn more at kansasins.com.
Bringing it up the floor on that left side, driving the kick out, trying to go back to back. Buckets for Emerson Maslach. They collided with each other. Thankfully, nobody hurt. Talon from way downtown. He hit that one from Wyandotte. Shotting back the other way, weaving our way through, surveying up the court. Finds Schooler, takes it inside and finishes with the left hand. Back-to-back possessions of the Chieftains able to get the stop. Now can they capitalize on them? McGuire for three, hits good on the step back. Knifes into the lane. Oh, look at the English. Rowe, Steinfeld back to Carlton, gets around Marsh, count the bucket.
This is Tonganoxie Chieftain Basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Back on the gym here at Chieftain Arena, a rare Monday night broadcast doubleheader of varsity coming up on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk and Dennis Drennan here. We got a matchup between 4A and 3A schools. Your Tonganoxie Chieftains against the Pleasant Ridge Rams out of Easton, Kansas, in 3A, the Northeast Kansas League. As always, is presented by Kansas Insurance. See how they can help you protect what matters most by calling 913-369-6600 as we cruise along and do the S&S Body pregame show. Get your ride back in the game. Learn more at snsautoandbody.com. And Denny, we came so close to having yet another memorable comeback on Friday. Coming up just a point shy, though, were the Lady Chieftains coming into tonight 5-3 overall, 3-2 in Frontier League play. And like I just prefaced, a thriller on Friday, 47-46 the final score. And really, it was a game that showed a lot of promise for the Chieftains. They had a slow start, didn't play their best halves of basketball. They were still in it all the way till the end. 3 shots, in fact, they were able to put up within the final about 5.5, 6 seconds of the fourth quarter to win it, and all of them just weren't able to fall down. But still, for Coach Ecker, I think you got to be really proud of what you saw from your team going against a top caliber state team like the Ottawa Cyclones.
Well, I think you got to be a lot of enthusiasm for this girls team. They have some losses, but, they've been close losses, and they're just extremely competitive. They never get down to where they don't think they can come back, and, they're just a fun team to watch.
We saw them 6 days ago right here at the high school. They came back from down 11 in the third and fourth quarters. They did it twice against Baldwin to win in overtime. They were down as many as 9 or 10. It didn't quite get to 11, I don't believe, against Ottawa. But they had their chances there at the in the final seconds. But now they got 3 games here tonight, and all 3 of them pretty favorable matchups for them. Start tonight with Pleasant Ridge. Their first game against the Rams this season. It's the 4th year in a row playing Pleasant Ridge. This was a matchup that started back in early January of 2023. Like I mentioned, the Rams coming in, members of the Northeast Kansas League. That's where you see a lot like the McLeods, the Oskaloosa's, those kind of schools. Jefferson County North, who we saw last year on the road at the Chargers. But Tongi, they won last year 51-36 all-time against Pleasant Ridge. They're 2-1. Rams are led in by head coach Lori Gann, 33rd year at the helm at Pleasant Ridge. So she's got a lot of good experience, and she's got a really young team out there. This is kind of reminiscent of if you take this Lady Chieftain team and you press rewind about 2-3 years ago. They got a lot of underclassmen, a lot of promising talent looking to come in and try to prove it tonight against this Lady Chieftain squad.
It should be a fun one.
Should be a fun one indeed. The Rams come in looking just for their 2nd win of the season. Meanwhile, for Tongi, looking to move to 3-1 overall on the home floor, pick up their 6th win and stay undefeated out of Frontier League play. More coming up here in the S&S Body pregame show when we return on the Chieftain Sports Network, Tonganoxie Sports Live.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to SNS Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. SNS has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Back here live at Chieftain Arena in the SNS Body pregame show. Just under 4.5 minutes until tip-off in this one. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan here taking a look at the matchup with the Lady Chieftains and the Lady Rams, and looking at some performances for the Lady Chieftains in that 1-point loss on Friday at Ottawa. Like we mentioned, a lot of good to take away from that, and I think arguably, Danny, we might have seen the best performance from Addie Schooler in her high school career. 14 points, these are unofficial stats, but 14 points, 12 rebounds, a double-double there, one assist, and she also had 5 blocks in the game, a new season high and a career high set in rebounds too. She was a big reason between her and Alyssa Shonick, who again had double figures, 17 points scored, 9 rebounds, just shy of a double-double, 2 potential double-doubles there, and 4 assists for Alyssa, 13 of those points again coming in the second half. They were a big reason of keeping the Chieftains in that game as they just kind of continue to just constantly just putting out that kind of play night in and night out.
Yeah, and talking about Addie Schooler, she had I can't think of the girl's name, but she was as tall or taller than Addie in the paint.
Dylan Nichols. Yep.
Dylan Nichols, yeah, and Addie showed no fear at all. She just went right at her, right-handed and left-handed, and just did a fabulous job.
Yeah, they continued to feed her down low. You saw Dylan Nichols, Kirby Evans was down there too, or Leah Askins-Dietrich was getting her hands trying to swat the ball away. So, I mean, it was at times where Addie, every time she got the ball, defense would collapse. She'd have 2 or 3 defenders to worry about. She was able to work through all of that. And for Alyssa Shonick, she proved for the second game in a row that despite slow starts in the first half, she was able to kind of overcome that in the second half, and really that's been the key in the past 2 games for this Chieftain squad. They come out 1-1 of those, but really against Baldwin, it was looking like they were going to pick up a loss there. And I can't remember how many turnovers it was, but it was over 10 in the first half against Ottawa. They were not shooting well from the free throw line and missing some open shots. And the fact that they were still within that game at halftime, you and I were both saying it's kind of a miracle that the Cyclones are letting them hang around for this long. And credit to the Chieftains, they came out in the second half and they were able to finally capitalize on that. I think tonight it's about trying to come out and avoid that slow start, play a strong 4 quarters.
Yeah, I think Alyssa, she's had slow starts the last 2 games that we broadcast, partner. But man, she turns it on in the second half. But it'd be a little bit scary to see if she put 2 halves together. Yeah,
we'll see if she can do it here tonight. For the Rams, I mean, they are coming into tonight limping, if you will, ranked number 15 in their 3A region. It's the Sabetha region. 1-9 overall, 1-6 in league play, only 1-5 on the road, and they are in a 7-game losing streak, coming off a year of 4-16 a year ago with no postseason qualification. I mentioned it's a young team for head coach Lori Gann and the rest of this Rams coaching staff. They're going to be put to the test tonight. Meanwhile, for the Chieftains, trying to pick up this win and cruise to hopefully 3 wins this week before going into tournament play at a little over a week's time from now, right here at Chieftain Arena in Tonganoxie High School. We step aside briefly. You've been watching the SNS Body pregame show, starting lineups and opening tip. Game 1 of our doubleheader tonight is coming up next.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com.
Your one stop for beauty and relaxation. That's the Beauty Bar Salon and Spa in downtown Tonganoxie, offering services for men's and women's haircuts, facial waxing, tanning, makeup, bridal services, and more. Their team is dedicated to providing a memorable experience for each guest. From vibrant styles and colors to soothing massages, they have everything you need to look and feel amazing. To make an appointment, call 913-347-2957 or visit them at 414 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie.
There are places where all roads lead to families providing for their loved ones and their community, where friends are found down every street. That's where you'll find us, taking time to get to know you, calling you by name, generation after generation. Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
Closing out the S&S Body pregame show here. We've now arrived to the starting lineups tonight, presented by Crookham Construction, performing a wide variety of concrete construction and special project services throughout the area. They're hardworking people with small town family values. Find more information at crookhamconstruction.com. The starting five being announced for the Rams. The lights will go out here momentarily. We'll turn it over to PA announcer John Tollefson. Meet the starting five for the Lady Chieftains. If I know Coach Eckert, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. But let's officially meet tonight's starting five.
Number one, a 5'3" senior, Alyssa Shonick. Number two, a 5'7" senior, Kalia Baldock. Number 12, a 5'8" sophomore, Ashley Bruni. Number 22, a 5'2" senior, Jayla Herrera. And number 33, a 6'1" junior, Addie Schooler. And coach for the Chieftains is Austin Eckert. Officials for this evening today.
Consistency, if anything, for Coach Eckert. Staying in that starting five, keeping it the exact same as it's been all season long with Schooler, Herrera, Shonick, Baldock, and Ashlyn Bruni. Meanwhile, for the Rams, you got both Heim sisters out here, Taylor and Haley, Maggie Lance, Hattie Miller, and Bree DeMoranville. We are ready to get this one started here tonight, Denny. Some might call it, this could have the feeling of a classic trap game. So to avoid a trap game loss, what are some keys to victory tonight, presented by First Security Bank, proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics?
Get off to a quick start, get the Rams down, and don't let them up.
There you go. You heard it here first, folks. Chieftains have struggled with slow starts in back-to-back games, looking to avoid it here tonight. Put this game away early against the Rams, get the party started, hopefully picking up win number 6 as Schooler wins the opening tip, and we are underway here between the Rams and the Chieftains on Tonganoxie Sports Live. And right away, a 3-ball on the way, no good for Herrera, but an offensive rebound for Bruni, and the Chieftain offense is going to go back to work. As Shonick just can't get that runner to go. Ball still loose, and it will be controlled by Taylor Heim, who almost throws it away.
Collided with their own player.
Bruni picking her up. Taylor Heim, the 5'8" senior, point guard for these Lady Rams. Looking to snap a 7-game losing streak, trying to pull off what would be a pretty massive upset here tonight against these Lady Chieftains. Head fake at the elbow, surveying around. Nobody open, but Haley Heim under 5 on the shot clock. Dee Moranville trying to skip it around. I don't think they're aware, and that's a shot clock violation.
I just wonder if they have shot clocks in their league.
It is something. I know a year ago it did depend if if whatever gym you were playing in had the shot clocks, they could utilize them, and other ones if they didn't, then you didn't play by them. I think this year it's a little more. You find it everywhere. I think everybody does it, but that is a good question and a good point to bring up here, Denny. Because, I mean, there was really no sense of urgency there. And even for the coaching staff, too. It was only when 1 second was on the clock where somebody yelled from the bench to say, shoot it.
Yeah.
So, I don't know. Something to keep an eye on as this game goes along tonight. The first foul on Dee Moranville sends Alyssa Shawnick to the free throw line, and she comes up short on the first attempt. And again, for Shawnick, the conversation continues to be around her free throw shooting, now just under 60% on the season.
She's a much better free throw shooter than that.
0 for 2, and both of them short, but she's able to knock it away, and Baldock hands to Bruni, and now Ashlyn Bruni's going to get a chance to go to the free throw line.
Like to see that one gone down for Ashlyn.
Shawnick with the quick hands, Baldock there, and Ashlyn Bruni, no hesitation, going right back into the lane. Quickly, 2 team fouls on the Rams, and the first free throw good for Ashlyn Bruni. That last foul on Taylor Heim for her first.
Yeah, Ashlyn getting that very valuable varsity time. She's just a sophomore. Buries them both. Nicely done.
And that is how we get the first points in this one, courtesy of 2 Ashlyn Bruni free throws. Boosting that average of just over 50% now, as Alyssa Shawnick picks her pocket back the other way, contested, and back-to-back misses. Schooler on that last shot. And those were 2 decent looks off the turnover for the Chieftains, and they couldn't make either of them.
Shawnick's going to deal fits to this Rams offense tonight.
Heim just moving around trying to get a screen. She did finally, and the passes to Maggie Lance, who's on the baseline, and that's quickly 3 turnovers now for Pleasant Ridge, coming off a game this past Friday against Royal Valley, where they lost in that contest 48-23, and they turned the ball over in a staggering 25 times against the Panthers.
Wow, that's a lot.
Couple of minutes into this, Chieftains a 2-point lead. Herrera, mismatched sneakers and all, just can't knock it in off the glass. Always easy to find Jayla Herrera out there with the bright blue and the bright pink sneaker. And a little aggressive on the defense there. Good sportsmanship, helping Heim back up to her feet as Jayla picks up her first foul. I think that's something that I definitely have noticed in the years of doing high school basketball here. We're going in on our 5th or 6th season, whatever it is. And it's always the players you see more and more with the bright neon-colored basketball shoes. It's not necessarily that's something that's new, but we have seen some coaches that are like, absolutely not, don't wear them. But obviously for Coach Ecker and Coach Loomis, I'm not saying Coach Loomis was a stickler on them too, but you see everybody out there. Shawnick obviously with the green, blue for Hattie, some light purple for Schooler, and for Herrera with the blue and pink mismatch. Always a good way to show a little bit of character. Shawnick a drive and a kick. Herrera squares the shoulders, fires away, and knocks down the 3.
Well, she was wide open on that.
The leading 3-point shooter on the team at 36%. Jayla Herrera had a couple against Ottawa, too. And she extends the Chieftain lead up to 5. Dribbling to the left, Taylor Heim, little flatliner, and Baldock able to clean up underneath on the rebound. And Schooler kicks it into second gear, coast to coast, Alyssa Shawnick.
Nice screen there by Addie.
Textbook freeing up Alyssa.
Yep.
Chieftains continuing to bring this full court pressure. Looking for turnover number 5, and they get it right there. Another steal for Alyssa Shawnick, who goes to the right, high off the glass. It was a little off. I think it did it somehow hit the back of the backboard?
I think it did, yeah. It went out of bounds.
Just called dead ball, and that'll be Pleasant Ridge basketball. Multiple substitutions. Hendrickson, Johnson, and Weehee. All 3 will check in. Shawnick, Herrera, and Baldock will check out. Chieftains have opened up this ball game on a 7-0 run thanks to 5 turnovers they've been able to force against Pleasant Ridge. Now Johnson is going to be the one guarding Maggie Lance as that goes out of bounds, and they'll say last off of Johnson. 25 seconds on the shot clock. In fact, the very first turnover of the game against Pleasant Ridge, in case you're just joining us, was a shot clock violation. Something the Rams might not be so familiar of playing with at their home court up in Easton. Down low feed, a little too high and out of the reach. Trying to go down low to Hattie Miller, who was posted up on Addie Schooler. And now Johnson, Adlin Johnson, a little too strong off the glass. And another offensive rebound. Weehee denied. Trying to shoulder through, and Chieftains will swing it around once again. Here's Johnson on the baseline drive, trying to maneuver around, gets her own miss, put back no good, and a couple of chances there for the Chieftains, but no dice.
A lot of second chance points for the Chieftains, just not able to cash it in.
3 ball on the way, no good. One of the best looks the Rams have had tonight, arguably. Still looking for their first points as we approach 3.5 to go in the first quarter.
The Rams are in a 2-1-2 zone.
Surprised they gave Bruni that much space. She can shoot the 3 ball very nicely, too. It's Weehee, knocks it down, or brings it down, rather, and the tie-up will be called, and heads-up play. Getting in there, I think Haley High was the ones that caused the tie-up, and that'll bring the ball possession back over to the Rams. As a pair of substitutions, Brooke Ollison and Liv Fletchel both will check in. Head coach Lori Gant mentioned 33-year at the helm here at Pleasant Ridge as they just barely avoid the turnover there.
Well, the Chieftains actually stole the inbounds and threw it away.
Huh? Down low, Schooler denying the entry pass. 25 turnovers in the last game, already to 8 right now is Pleasant Ridge, and contact on Bruni, and that'll send her to the free throw line for 2 more. 3rd team foul on the Rams. It'll be the first against Hattie Miller. First one just short. Bruni, a starter in all 8 games this season for Coach Eckert, averaging 4 points, 2 rebounds, 2 assists a ball game. Scored a season high in points in that overtime win against Baldwin, 6 points and 6 rebounds, both being season and career highs for her. But she cannot knock down these next 2 free throws, so 2 for 4 total in the night for her. In some trouble here, trying to pass out of it. Ollison looking for some help, and I think Coach Gann might have called a timeout to bail her out.
She bailed her out there.
Yes, she did. So a heads-up timeout going to be called here by the veteran head coach of Pleasant Ridge. 30-second timeout. We'll go ahead and take it with them. You're watching Chieftain Basketball on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans.
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
All Chieftains so far in this one. A little over 2.5 to go in our opening quarter. 7-0. This Chieftain defense has been smothering, to say the least. 8 turnovers they've already been able to force against Pleasant Ridge. So the Rams are trying to get on the scoreboard here, and a second team foul. And the first on Adlin Johnson is going to be called here. So an inbounds right in front of the bench over there for Tongi. Right in front of Coach Eckert and his assistants Richie Kuntz and Creighton Bowery. As that one is going to go out of bounds, and it will be Chieftain basketball. And one of the rare times that we will broadcast from here on a Monday night. And believe it or not, it's always been against these Pleasant Ridge Rams. So I don't know if it's just a certain tweak in the schedule or what exactly it is, but Rams and Chieftains will have to throw it down on a Monday night. And Jayla Herrera knocks down another 3-ball. Her second of the ball game with 6 points as we approach the 2-minute warning, and Weehee is going to get the foul.
It looked like a pretty good block.
We take another look at the replay of the Jayla Herrera 3. A nice assist to add to Alyssa Schoenig for her second already. Here's Haley Heim at the free throw line as she knocks down her first attempt. And that is how the Rams get on the board for the first time tonight. Heim coming off a game on Friday, 2 points, 5 rebounds, 1 assist against Royal Valley and shooting 42% from the free throw line. So will the statistics play true on the second attempt? They will, as she misses. Schooler, jumper, just off.
Good look, though.
Like if you're always on the same team of Alyssa Schoenig, you always got to have your eyes open, and you got to be ready at any given time. Because even if you think you're not open, she's going to find a way to get you open,
right,
and get you that basketball. I think Addie, for a half second, maybe wasn't quite expecting it. Was like, oh, had an open look, so she took it. Great shot, like you mentioned. And Alyssa, right on cue, will pick up her first foul as Hendrickson will come out of the ball game. Ashlyn Bruni will come back in. Second one on the way for Maggie Lance at the line as she goes 1 for 2 on that trip. Final 90 seconds in the first quarter.
Addie needs to post up, and they need to get the ball to her. She's got to miss. That's a miss. There you go.
Just off, put back no good either. Addie still fighting for it underneath it. Ricochets off of Baldock, and it's eventually controlled by Ollison. Had the right idea.
Yeah, no question.
Just that lid on the rim just would not let it go down. Tough luck for Addie. As Baldock will easily take that one away. Turnover number 10 just in the first quarter alone. Not a great pace here for Pleasant Ridge. Good news for the Chieftains. Schoenig on the 3. It's off the heel and a rebound by Schooler. And whistles will come.
They're going to get her on. They're going to get Schooler on our offensive.
Is that so? Okay.
Foul.
Yep.
Swinging the elbows.
And there's the 5th team foul. So for what it's worth, bonus the rest of the way in this first quarter. Whatever left of it, 49 seconds to be exact. As Schooler will be checked out after picking up her first personal. Another one that goes out of play, but quick hands again by Bruni. It's got to feel so good for the Chieftains because a few years ago, you were Pleasant Ridge in this situation, facing the full court pressure in the first quarter and struggling with some turnovers. Now they're the team that's getting to execute those full court pressures and relish on those points off turnovers and all. Another one that's knocked away. Bruni was the one that knocked it loose. Herrera on the scoop, and Jayla Herrera on the lay-in on the other end. She's got 8 of the 12 first quarter points, off to a great start. Nobody home. Trying to force that pass, but nobody there for Heim. Now Schoenig with it, gets around a defender and foul. No.
I'm going to say
there's a foul there. Yeah, okay.
I was going to say, I thought she got her with the body, but
I think she clearly got the arm. We didn't quite get on the replay, but she came down clearly with her arm down on Alyssa's arms, allowing her to get the last shot up. I say, if that's not a foul, I don't really know what is anymore. 0 for 2 on her first trip, 8.2. Nothing but net here on her third attempt. What could be one of the final chances at points in this opening quarter. It sees the Chieftains with an 11-point lead. Schoenig off on the heel, but gets the board on the ricochet. Threads the needle. Hattie Baldock just can't finish. A little strong with the right hand.
Baldock was pushed in the back there, too.
And the horn sounds, and that is going to do it for this first quarter. Chieftains not playing around with a slow start. They get out to an early 11-point lead, 13-2 over the Pleasant Ridge Rams. Lions share the points, 8 in total, belonging to Jayla Herrera, 2 threes. She's feeling it early.
Hi, do you offer insurance bundling?
Enter authentication code to start transaction.
Where would I get the code?
Please enter code.
Okay. Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Wrong.
Let's talk about bundling and see if there are other ways for you to save with a super check.
That sounds great.
Here, take a look.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort in Tonganoxie today.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here as part of Fort Scott Community College's John Deere Tech program. Maybe you belong here as part of the perennial playoff-bound Greyhound baseball team. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
Back out of the first quarter timeout. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan here, 13-2, an 11-point lead for the Chieftains as we open up play in the second quarter. A feed down low, contact on Schooler.
Yeah.
It's out of bounds in Rams basketball, and Coach Eckert, that gets him out of his seat. He's pleading for a foul call underneath on his star center.
Yeah, it clearly looked like a foul on Eddie.
Against his star center, rather.
Yeah.
So far, these officials, I guess you could say, they're letting them play out there. There's definitely been some strong contact and not a lot of whistles.
Yeah. I don't know, the Chieftains picked up 5 fouls in that first quarter, though.
And by 5 different players, too. Johnson, Schooler, Herrera, Weehee, and Shonik.
That's better than them all being on 1 or 2.
That's true. Here's a 3 on the way. That's too strong. Trying to get the offensive rebound. Somebody making contact on the floor. Addison Sloan hits the deck for the Rams, and there's foul number 2 on Jayla Herrera. As they say, she shoved Sloan down to the ground. A little too high on the bounce there, perhaps, and there's turnover number 13. Herrera, 2 threes in the first quarter. Can't find her first in the second. Rebound by Lance, who's going to bring it across the timeline. Herrera following her every step of the way. Taking the 3. Rams need them in big portions right now, trying to get back into this one. They do get another offensive rebound, but they throw it away. Herrera trying to save it, but foot on the baseline. Great effort nonetheless by Jayla, laying out for it over on that far side. Oh, so close to yet another takeaway. As the officials will get together and talk it through. Make sure everything's in order. Now, Coach Eckert asking a question to the official, but everything's staying pretty cordial. Looking for our first points here in the second quarter, and they might come here. Ashlyn Bruni on yet another takeaway. Defense and offense there for Tonganoxie. Four points so far for Ashlyn Bruni. No good, way out of control for Lance on the lay-in attempt. Jonik, pop-up 3 will not go, and another offensive board for Herrera. Sets up Baldock, who's a little strong. Third chance.
Nice pass.
And it's up and good.
Nice assist by Alyssa Shonik. Good finish by Jayla Herrera.
Who's now with double figures, leading all scorers, 10 points for Jayla Herrera. And as expected, the Chieftains have taken control early and starting to put some distance between themselves and Pleasant Ridge. And just not on the same page as Taylor Hine trying to feed it to Maggie Lance, and Lance didn't even get her head around as it goes out of bounds. And if you're a Rams fan watching this right now, this is already 15 turnovers in this opening half today. And we still have over 5.5 to play in the second quarter.
Yeah. That's a recipe for disaster. They're staying in that 2-1-2 zone. Chieftains need to penetrate that and do just that.
Contact again, but no problem for Addie Schooler. And Addie finally gets the lid off the rim for her with her first bucket. And an offensive foul will be called here on Pleasant Ridge as they continue to make substitutions. Emma Parker, the 6-foot sophomore, is going to check in. In fact, we're going to have a full timeout. The second of the game taken by the Rams. Chieftains off to a great start in this one. This nice finish through contact for Addie Schooler gives the Chieftains a 17-point lead.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Chieftains basketball tonight presented in part by the Tonganoxie Public Library. Why pay for downloadable audio books when you can stream them for free with a Tonganoxie Library card? Download the Libby app or visit the library's website to learn more. Play rolling along here, 19-2. Chieftains with the lead, not surprising to anybody. Figuring this was going to be a really tough game for the Rams coming into tonight as the Chieftains looking to close in on win number 6, moving to 6-3 overall. Shawnick with space, just in and out. Still fighting for the board underneath. Schooler and Baldock. Herrera telegraphs that pass. Little up and under is offline. Chieftains just having their way right now. Multiple offensive rebounds. Ball is still loose. Bruni controls it eventually. Herrera looking for her third. And it does not go. Fourth time. Is it the charm? It's out of bounds, but it's still Chieftain basketball. My goodness. That was a lot to unpack there.
Offensive rebounds are off the chart.
And that's going to cue Coach Eckert and the Chieftains to go ahead and take a timeout.
Timeout, Tonganoxie, 30-second timeout.
A 30-second timeout for them, and I think pretty fitting for Coach Eckert, seeing all those chances the Chieftains just had there, not able to make something happen. He's like, all right, let's draw something up here on this inbounds play. Let's get some points down here. Chieftains basketball also presented by Wizard of Paws, Tonganoxie's family-owned pet grooming salon with a combined 48 years of experience. Schedule your pet's appointment today at wizardofpawstongi.com. Now 4:38 still to play in the second quarter. Of course, game one of our doubleheader. We got the boys game. They'll be tipping off approximately around 7:30, 7:40 p.m., depending on how fast this game wraps up. All signs currently pointing towards at least a running clock by the time the fourth quarter rolls along, but we'll wait and see.
Could very well be.
Chieftains in the catbird seat, up 17 points. Let's see what the Chieftains drew up in that last timeout.
Yeah. Oh.
And another shot that just falls off for Addie.
Well, I think that's the right plan for the Chieftains is get the ball in the paint to Addie and let her go to work.
Heim lost it, was trying to pass it. It slipped out of her hands, butterfingers, and right into the hands of Addie Schooler. Now Alyssa Shawnick, she'll just try to go coast to coast, but she's fouled. And the first of the game on Liv Fletchel, big 6'2" freshman out there for Pleasant Ridge. Shawnick back to the line. Working on a 1-for-4 night so far from the charity stripe. Yeah, we mentioned it a little bit on Friday at Ottawa that nobody is more frustrated with the lack of success at the free throw line than Alyssa Shawnick.
Oh, no question.
Coach Eckert is probably frustrated. You know, fans might be frustrated, but Alyssa more than anybody is just irate right now. And again, she has the capability of doing it. She goes 2 for 2 on that trip. I mean, there was a point at this season where I think she had like 19 or 20 free throws in the game, and she made about like 90% of them. So she's capable of doing it. It's just this little mental block I think she's run into right now. And the more that you can see go down just like that last trip, I think eventually she's going to come out of that. And quite frankly, if the Chieftains want to move deep into the postseason, you got to be able to knock down your free throws, particularly for Alyssa Shonick, one of your most aggressive ball handlers attacking the rim at all times, who usually gets there at a pretty high clip.
Yeah, she's your point guard and floor captain, so she needs to be the best free throw shooter on the floor.
The one just too high, trying to feed it to Emma Parker. Turnover number 17 for those keeping track at home, and it leads to Adlin Johnson with the bucket up and ahead.
Nice assist again from Alyssa Shonick.
Assist number 4 to go along with 5 points and 2 rebounds. Not a bad stat for the first half.
And I like the way she keeps her head up when she's dribbling down the floor.
Trying to go to Fletchell underneath, and it works out.
Just missed deflecting that pass into the paint.
And the first field goal coming at under 3 to go in the second quarter for Pleasant Ridge. A little risky pass there, getting fingertip on it was Heim. Taylor Heim to be exact.
It's always risky passing over a zone.
Always. Going cross to cross too. That's always one that maybe perhaps a little ill-advised, but if there's someone that's going to be able to get away with it, I think Alyssa Shonick, Herrera, some of these other better ball handlers for the Chieftains, as Schooler puts up that last shot. Again, taking on some contact, but not enough to warrant the foul, as her and Coach Eckert share a bit of a chuckle, and right away, Coach going right over to the official and saying, what are we doing down low? Where are the whistles at? Believing that Addie should have made at least 2 or 3 trips so far in this first half to the free throw line. And the rebound pulled for Shonick, and whistles come in almost right away. And that'll be against Taylor Heim for her second. There's one thing I'll give Coach Eckert a lot of praise on. For being a second-year head coach, he's been an assistant for quite some time, but the second-year head coach, he knows how to work the officials.
Yes, he does.
And he knows his line. He knows when enough is enough, and he knows the wiggle room that he has. And
yeah.
He does it very well.
I like the way he communicates and treats his players.
Shonick buries that straightaway 3. She's got 8. As that one is through the hands, saved from going out of bounds. Emma Parker able to control. Now the ball's being passed around. Taylor Heim is off from the shot on the right side. And another rebound here for Schooler, who's got 6. Up ahead, Johnson stops, puts it up just short. And ripped away by Hattie Miller. Whistles come in. It'll be a foul on Johnson, I believe. And she was fighting extra hard there at the end to get that last loose ball. You had mentioned you love the way that he communicates with his players and all that. I'm right there with you. And you can tell the players love playing for him. He's the definition of a player's coach. And again, not saying that Coach Limis wasn't that, because he was.
Yes.
I think that's where Coach Eckert got it from, his overall philosophy.
Oh, nice try there by Adlin.
Final 90 seconds of this first half. 22-point lead for the Chieftains. As that one goes out of bounds, it'll stay at this end. And that type of love for his players, that really showed on Friday. Remember that final shot? Adlin Johnson went off the side of the backboard.
Yep.
Tears starting to well up in her face, feeling like she let the team down. And right away, Eckert was there to hug her, as to say, you did not lose us this game. You're going to get plenty more opportunities. I loved seeing that on Friday.
I did too.
As the Chieftains back on the attack, coming off turnover number 18 for Pleasant Ridge. And Herrera, working through some traffic, is fouled. And the clock will stop at 1:09. First foul of the game on Haley Heim. 3 team fouls for Pleasant Ridge, 2 for the Chieftains. Doesn't look like the bonus is going to be in effect, but we've seen some crazier things too, so we'll wait and see. Herrera for 3, splash down! Her third 3-point basket. And how about that for Jayla Herrera? A new season high 13 points in the first half. Now Bruni on a rebound. Chieftains have been rolling in this first half. Final minute, Hendrickson looking for her first points, and it comes up short, but Johnson underneath able to collect. Just call it a long-range assist.
Yeah.
Just do that.
An inlet pass.
There you go. See what the official scorekeeper has to say about that. Will Hendrickson have one assist or not? We'll find out at halftime. Far corner, no good. There's a rebound for Hendrickson. Can't take that from her, but it goes out of bounds, and the Rams, with the shot clock off, are going to have a chance. Barring the Chieftains potentially taking it away. They've already done it 18 times.
Yeah, no question.
What's stopping them from doing it 19?
Yeah.
Haley Heim, Hendrickson on her like a cape. Closing in on the final 10. Lance trying to get a good look, coming back near the top. Nothing doing there. Trying to go down low. Catch over Baldock is up. No good for Lance. And a rebound collected by Herrera, and the horn sounds, and just running out of time. But Jayla Herrera, what a first half for her. A new season high 13 points. As she has propelled the Chieftains out to a 31-4 lead at halftime. White Birch Properties halftime show is coming up next.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVP.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information, and become a member today by visiting their website, TonganoxieBusinessAssociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West Campus, or go to tongirec.org.
Family-owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a fifth-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be to breed-specific trim or an adorable, cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities in space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Your one stop for beauty and relaxation. That's the Beauty Bar Salon and Spa in downtown Tonganoxie, offering services for men's and women's haircuts, facial waxing, tanning, makeup, bridal services, and more. Their team is dedicated to providing a memorable experience for each guest. From vibrant styles and colors to soothing massages, they have everything you need to look and feel amazing. To make an appointment, call 913-347-2957 or visit them at 414 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie.
Welcome in as you're currently watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show. White Birch Properties, they're ready to help you buy or sell that next house and lead you to success in the real estate game. Visit them at 1203 State Avenue, Suite B in Tonganoxie, or call 913-417-1007. Halftime score 31-4 in favor of the Chieftains over the Lady Rams out of Pleasant Ridge. And this is another one, Denny, where the stats, or really, it's the score. Yeah. It tells the entire story. We'll get into the stats here in a moment as we will go through some point totals real quickly here for the Chieftains. 8 points for Alyssa Shawnick. We said it was pretty big for her and this team in general to avoid the slow start in the first half. She really kicked it into gear there in the second quarter. So a great 8-point first half to go along with 4 rebounds and 4 assists as well for the 5'3" senior fourth-year starter here for the Chieftains. No points yet for Kalia Baldock. You got 4 for Ashlyn Bruni, 13 points for Jayla Herrera. She leads all scorers in this one. 2 rebounds for her as well with 1 assist. And she is shooting 3 of 6 from three-point range. 2 points for Addie Schooler. She's been getting the boards, however. 7 rebounds, so if she can get the scoring started in the second half, barring being pulled out with the running clock and all that, she could have potentially her second straight double-double, but we'll just have to wait and see. And Adelaide Johnson with 4 points as well. For the Rams, it's only been 2 points for Liv Fletchel. That's the only made field goal tonight for Pleasant Ridge. Outside of that, they are shooting 1 of 12, 1 of 8 from 2-point range, and 2 of 4 from the free throw line. A made free throw apiece for Maggie Lance and Hattie Miller. Outside of the 21 total turnovers, I said 18. I somehow missed 3 for Pleasant Ridge, but 21 total first half turnovers. You know, were there any stats you wanted to get into, or do you just want me to rattle them off?
There's just 2 stats you really need to know.
Yeah.
21 turnovers by the Rams and points off turnovers, 20-0 for Tonganoxie.
That's incredible. Incredible stuff. And this has been a defense that, we know for the Chieftains, they're active with the hands. They're as pesky as anybody else, but facing the team in the Rams, they had 25 in the entire game this past Friday against Royal Valley at home. They already have over 20 in this first half. It is just not looking like a great night for the Rams so far here in this one. Free throw points, just some other stats for you guys. Free throw points, 5-2 in favor of Tonganoxie. Chieftains out rebounding 24-18. And other than that, 12 three-point points, obviously none for Pleasant Ridge. 6 second chance points for Tongi, none for Pleasant Ridge. And, those are the only stats you need to know. If there's one thing for Coach Eckert, I'm sure he's looking at the stat right now and saying we're shooting as a team 28.9 from the field. When everything else has been going our way, we need to be shooting better overall. That's one of the things. From downtown, 4 of 12. Like I mentioned, 3 made for Jayla Herrera, so 33%, 5 of 10 from the free throw line. So free throws continue to just kind of be, over this past couple of weeks, out of the holiday break especially, free throws kind of continuing to be a continuing struggle for this Chieftain team. And it's games like this. These are the perfect games to, it's not necessarily going to cost you. I mean, barring an impressive turnaround in the second half. I'm not taking that off the table, but this is the kind of game for the Chieftains where when you get to the free throw line, this is a no-pressure game. You don't have to worry about, hey, if I miss this one, we might lose by a point. This is the game you want to try to hone in on that and correct it, because when you're playing a game, again, like you were in this past Friday against Ottawa where you lose by a point, then you're ready to make your free throws in those kind of scenarios. But outside of that, I'm not sure if you're Coach Eckert, outside of shooting the ball a little bit better, maybe catching down some more points off turnovers and better from the free throw line. I think you got to be pretty pleased with what your team's been able to do so far.
Well, I think you got to give the Chieftain defense credit for a lot of those turnovers. They relentless defense on the Rams, and they're just not handling pressure well at all.
I'd say out of the 21 total, I mean, there were probably 16 of those that were strictly off the Chieftain defense. There was a few in there where it was just the Rams not being on the same page. Bad entry passes in the paint that were too high, or the player didn't have their head turned around. It's just been that kind of night. 4 points in the first half. That's all you need to know about the performance tonight so far from these Lady Rams on 1-9 and a 7-game losing streak coming into tonight, staring down the barrel of losing now 8 straight. Dominant first half for the Chieftains. You've been watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. Start of the second half is coming up next.
More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it. Taste mouth-watering flavors in our new Chicken Bacon Ranch Pizza. Bring a crowd to feast on our 11 toppings Mobster Pizza. Pizzas with quality meats and a 100% real cheese, like our triple tasty seasoned sausage cravers pizza. Try favorites like pastas, calzones, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and desserts. More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, preparing for a career in healthcare as part of Fort Scott Community College's nursing program. Or maybe you belong on stage as part of the Hounds band or theater department. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain game day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Families and business owners have trusted Mutual Savings Association for over 100 years. They offer checking accounts, online banking, personal and business loans, investment planning, insurance and retirement plans, and so much more. Their team specializes in creating a financial plan that is tailor-made to your needs to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit one of their 6 nearby locations, including downtown Tonganoxie, or visit their website msa.bank to learn more. Member FDIC.
Back ready to rock and roll as we head into the third quarter. Dylan Funk and Dennis Drennan here. It has been all Tonganoxie in this matchup. They've led the entirety of the way. Only 4 first half points. And Denny, the Chieftains are out on the floor, and the Rams, they're not even out of the locker room yet.
I know.
And there's the horn right there. As you see the officials waiting at midcourt. And for head coach Lori Gann, 33rd year as head coach, and coming in with over 450 career wins. So she knows what she's doing. It's just been a rough couple of years, and now they're out of the locker room. And obviously, it goes without saying, a rough year this year. 1-9, 7-game losing streak into the night. Now everyone's got to go in and check in at the scorer's table. So for Pleasant Ridge, they don't even get a chance to get any warm-up shots up. They took all their time they needed in the locker room. Coach Eckert looking over at the official, asking something there, getting everything appearing to stay cordial. But I think that's technical free throw. It is. So I was wondering about that, because that could be like a delay of game is essentially what it is. So Addie Schooler will shoot 2 technical free throws here, and that's how we get started in this third quarter. Addie 2.7 rebounds, no assists in that first half, and she goes 1 for 2 on this trip to the line. So 3 points total. When was the last time you saw technical free throws to start a second half?
Well, this is a first for me.
It's been a minute. We've had some teams that have cut it close.
Yeah.
Coming out of the locker room, with 30 seconds, maybe a little less, but for someone that right as the horn sounds, they just now probably get out of the locker room. And I know, the new wing here with Chieftain Arena, they have the clocks in the locker room too that are synced up with the ones here in the arena. So they know exactly how much time they have, and they just chose to wait, I guess. I don't know. Bree DeMoranville with the rebound underneath. It's a jump ball, and possession arrow in favor of Pleasant Ridge. So DeMoranville able to keep the Chieftains empty on that possession. Rams looking just for any kind of sort of momentum, potentially to get themselves going here in the second. It's going to be a foul on Bruni. So you hear Eckert echoing out there, saying don't reach on that, don't need to, and that's going to lead to free throws. Coming up here, Maggie Lance.
That's why coaches are always stressing, move your feet, move your feet.
Maggie Lance has now made back-to-back free throws for herself on the season, coming into tonight, 44% from the free throw line. Just can't get that one to fall, however. Ball like a nice box out, and the rebound, able to get it over to Jayla Herrera.
Whoa.
Little trapped over there.
A little turnover there by the Chieftains.
Little whoopsie. I haven't said that much tonight. That's just the 4th turnover of the game for Tongi.
Alyssa Schoenig almost had another steal.
3-on-1. Schooler with the block.
Yep.
Coming off a game, she had 5 on Friday against Ottawa, and she picks up her first of the ball game here. All ball, too. Stays up straight after leaving her feet. Good job there for Addie, and coming away with it is Ashlyn Bruni. Shonick with space in the near corner. 3 ball is no good, out of bounds. It'll stay at this end. You had Schooler and Taylor Hine both fighting for the loose ball. Don't see Shonick when she's that wide open. All too often really miss those looks, especially those corner threes or you're drifting into the wing. That seems to be her favorite spot. If she's going to shoot a 3 ball, it's usually from one of those 2 locations.
Well, she can shoot it from anywhere, but you're right. She does have her spots she likes.
Right on cue. She drives in, middle of the lane. Floater
nice
is
little
good.
Floater, yeah.
She's got 10. Deflected. Herrera nearly coming away with it. Lance able to save the possession for the time being. Shot underneath, no good. Partially deflected by Schooler again.
Yeah, Schooler doing a heck of a job protecting the rim for the Chieftains.
Pulls in her 8th rebound.
Yeah.
Herrera wants it, gets it on a baseline drive, and she's
going to
fouled.
step on it.
She stepped or was she fouled? I think she was fouled first.
Was fouled.
By DeMoranville. That'll be the 3rd for Bree DeMoranville. That'll bring Addison Sloan into the game, but she will check out Haley Heim. Yeah, Fletcher will check in at the next stoppage as well for the Rams. Catch and shoot on the 3. It's off the side of the backboard for Jayla Herrera, but Shonick, she just says, I'll take that. Well, there you go.
She got such quick hands.
Averaging about 5 steals a game.
Another block by Eddie.
By far one of the best in the Frontier League.
And another rebound.
So 2 blocks, 9th rebound. She's going to need to get the scoring started. She's only got 3 right now. In hopes of trying to close in on back-to-back double-doubles. I believe would be the first time she's done that this season. There's another one nearly thrown away. It is thrown away. They'll say Herrera did not get a piece of that. And it's a turnover on the Rams, number 23 in the ball game, as Coach Eckert already going to start going into his bench. Shonick and Baldock will check out. You got Brewer checking in, number 30, Lauren Brewer, the 5'10 sophomore. And Chloe Hendrickson will check into the game as well, as Herrera will take another 3, and it's just off. So it looks like right now with the advantage being 31 for the Chieftains, under 5 to go here in the 3rd quarter. If it stays a 30-point lead, we'll have the running clock in the 4th quarter. And with Shonick checking out, Denny and Baldock too, it looks like their nights at least are going to be coming to an end fairly early.
Yeah.
And probably not a bad idea. You got a 3-game stretch. You're on the road at Paola tomorrow, really quick turnaround, and then you get the next 3 days off. You're back here at home this Friday night at home against Spring Hill, who you beat by 10 points to close out December. Back at the Shack at Spring Hill High School, 52-42. Hendrickson trying to find Schooler, but threw it a little too high. And it's out of bounds.
Good idea, though.
5th turnover of the game for the Chieftains. Not too often you can overthrow the big 6'1" Addie Schooler, but it happened just there. Big screen there for Fletchel, and it's still going to be thrown away here by the Rams.
Yet another turnover.
So they already have matched their turnover total from the last game at 25 at the 4:19 mark of the 3rd quarter. This has been right now a historic put out by this Chieftain defense, if you will, as far as forcing the hand on turnovers.
Good ball movement around the zone. Tried to get the in. Oh.
Herrera trying to save it, but right into the hands of the defender, Romer. Or, excuse me, Maggie Lance, rather. Chieftains turn it over again. They already matched their first half turnover at 3, but Adlin Johnson will take it right back. As she hands to Herrera, bringing it up the floor. Going to attack on that left side. Brewer bobbled for a moment. The sophomore hands off to Chloe Hendrickson, who has her pass deflected by Sloan. Both teams just trading off turnovers right now. As at the next stoppage, you'll have Weehee and Shonick. Both will be checking back
Another
in.
block.
Block number 3 on the night for Addie Schooler. Up and ahead. Johnson wants it, gets it, a little too far underneath, trying to pass back to Schooler. Saves it on the baseline. Possession still alive for the Chieftains. Johnson. Schooler wants it.
There you go.
Gets it, and she's fouled before she could get it. Or is it a lane violation first? Oh, it's a lane violation.
Yeah.
I knew the time it was starting to count down. I thought maybe she might have gotten out and went right back in, but time just running out right when the pass was coming her way, too.
Yeah, and Addie had the defender on her hip, so she was going to have a clean path to the basket.
So that's the 5th turnover this third quarter. 3 turnovers total in the entire first half for the Chieftains. Not playing very clean right now. Neither are the Rams, but it's been that story for them all night long.
Mm-hmm.
It's clearing up. Maggie Lance on the screen, and she knocks down the 3.
Lance for 3.
And the first 3 ball of the game for Pleasant Ridge. And a nice screen to get her open, too. Lance taking care of the rest with the open look. Shonick, pop up, won't go. So Fletchel quickly, Brewer getting in there, and she's going to get called for the foul.
Looked like she had the ball to me.
Don't see a whole lot of Lauren Brewer, the 5'10 sophomore. We see her a lot in the JV games when we're in here. We set up and all that, but I haven't seen her a lot on the varsity level, and going to get a lot of good minutes, it looks like, here tonight.
Yeah, and that's what another kudos for Coach.
Exactly what
because,
yeah. Count the bucket for Adlin Johnson.
And she went up with the left hand. Nicely done, Adlin.
Basket good by Johnson. Fouls on number 10, Hine. First second, Johnson, 1-2, 1 shot.
And Shonick, multiple defenders with eyes on her. That frees up Johnson, and Adlin able to take care of the rest. Just can't finish the three-point play, but a board by Weehee, jump ball. It'll stay at this end.
See, these the younger players, she got that rebound and she took the ball down to her stomach or knees, and then that just got a tie-up. You got to keep that ball high.
Brewer can't knock down the 3.
Close, though.
Not a bad look for the sophomore. You know, very eager to get her first varsity points of the season. Still will have probably a good portion of the fourth quarter. Probably the entirety of the fourth quarter, and still 91 seconds to go here in the third. That extra second ticked off there. 1:31 to go. A 30-point lead for the Chieftains. Dominant performance tonight. In the far corner, 3 on the way is no good for Heim, and Brewer gets the rebound.
Another good pass by Shonick.
And Johnson on the receiving end again.
And Adlin able to finish. Nicely done.
A new season high, 8 points for Adlin Johnson, thanks to the 6th assist of the game for Melissa Shonick. And now Johnson will pick up her 3rd foul, trying to poke that ball loose. Or second, excuse me. I gave her one too early. I was right. I got double faked.
You don't miss it very often,
I got
partner.
faked out. My goodness.
The official scorer got faked out. Oh.
Weehee on the takeaway, but her foot on the baseline.
Yep.
And she just shrugs her shoulders a little bit like, oh, so close.
Good hustle by Weehee there, though.
I'm willing to wager the Chieftains still get a steal. They get something on this possession. Some kind of something.
Yep, there it is.
Goes it in on a handful of steals for Shonick, and she lays it in for 2. 14 points on the night for Alyssa Shonick as she goes coast to coast. Thank you for picking me up there, Alyssa.
Got to keep that ball high.
Brewer up and ahead. Schoeneck stops, pivots, knocks it in. What's 2 more? An assist for Lauren Brewer. She's got a rebound and an assist in this third quarter. Still looking for those first varsity points. Knocks this one away down low. Now tripping over, tumbling around. Brewer and Allison get tangled up. Johnson
Another
up
good
ahead
pass
from Schoeneck, and she bakes it in. Seventh assist for Schoeneck, and now 10 points in for Johnson, already a season high, and the 3 ball is no good. And the Chieftains are going to enjoy a running clock coming up in the fourth quarter. The lead is 38 here inside Chieftain Arena. 3 down, 1 to go. We'll be back with more Lady Chieftain basketball on the Chieftain Sports Network, Tongi Sports Live.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com. Inviting, connecting, serving, and growing. That's Grounded Coffee House in downtown Tonganoxie. Enjoy the best cup of coffee in town 6 days a week and pair it with freshly made from scratch pastries, muffins, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Plus, check out their beautiful event center, Grace Hall. Perfect for your next gathering, celebration, wedding, and party. All profits go towards local and international charitable projects and organizations. Drink local, support local at Grounded Coffee House. Place your order for dine-in or carry-out at groundedcoffeehousetonganoxie.org.
Krista McCaffrey is who you're
Yes.
talking about, talking about the wild card action in the NFL over that last break. Fourth quarter has arrived here. Game 1 of our doubleheader. Running clock is going to be on and in effect as the Chieftains are going to look to wrap up their 6th win of the season. That clock continuing to run like we mentioned. Can confirm this is the 4th foul on Adlin Johnson. There we go. Me and Tolson on the same page there that time. As free throws on the way. High rainbow arc, but it does not go down. Hattie Miller at the free throw line here. So what are we thinking? With the playoffs, you still got Texans Steelers tonight kicking off in a matter of moments as we're just a few minutes past 7. What are you picking for your Super Bowl matchup in San Francisco?
I'm picking Buffalo.
It's a little tougher out in the NFC.
Yeah, it is.
I'm with you.
Maybe the Bears.
The Bears. Bills and Bears? Okay, I'd be okay with that Super Bowl as Kaylin Weehee gets her first bucket of the night. I would be okay with that Super Bowl. It'd be good. Bears obviously haven't won it since '85. The Bills never
won. They've been there 4 times though.
4 straight times.
Yes.
A lot of opposing
Jim
fan
Kelly
bases,
couldn't get it done.
A lot of opposing fan bases, including the Chiefs, remind Buffalo of that a lot.
Yes.
If there's a year for Josh Allen to do it, I think it would be this year. No Mahomes, no Burrow, no Jackson.
Yep.
And you're looking at the rest of the AFC quarterbacks. You got Bo Nix. You got Aaron Rodgers potentially back into the career. Aaron Rodgers. It's not like it's prime Aaron Rodgers.
Yeah.
C.J. Stroud, maybe. Depends on who wins. Drake May in New England. How about the Patriots looking fairly impressive last night? Defensive effort, but I don't know. I'm excited. This is a wide open year. I'm looking forward to whoever comes out on top. That free throw no good. Weehee had the board, lost it. Now the Rams get another chance. Closing in on possibly 30 turnovers tonight. But a lay-in is there, and it is good for Hattie Miller. So the Rams going to try to play it out here in these final now under 5.5. Now they take it away. Only starters left out on the floor right now, Schoeneck and Bruni. Here's a steal, and a lay-in is good. Carson Platt gets her first varsity points of the season.
Good for her. Diminutive guard.
Yeah. Carson Platt, the sophomore on the program, coming in at an even 5 foot.
Yep.
As Bruni gets the rebound. Seeing a lot of new faces all throughout tonight. Lauren Brewer still out there as well. Trying to go down low to Weehee. She was posting up on Miller, but it's a little too high. And another turnover.
I think a bounce pass might have got there.
Are you almost surprised that you still have Shawnick and Bruni out there, your only 2 starters right now? I'm a little.
Well, you got to have a little bit of experience out there to help these younger players.
Got to help show them the ropes a little bit, guide them along.
Exactly.
And right on cue.
They come out.
Hendrickson, and you still have Jayla Herrera out
Jayla
there.
Herrera, yeah. I think
so right to your point, too,
yeah,
did he?
He's keeping one starter out there, which I think is smart.
Herrera, no points in the second half. She has all 13 in the first. They tried to go her way, and
she
it's
was going to put one up right there.
Seeing that smile on her face, yeah, she wants one more.
Yeah, she was going to catch and shoot that. Oh, nice drive.
Just a little short. Weehee, put back no good. Late whistle comes in, and it looks like Kaylin Weehee is going to be going to the line for a pair.
Yeah, good for her.
Foul on Pearl Miller of the Rams.
A name you don't hear very often.
So how about this for Kaylin Weehee? What?
Pearl?
Yeah, Pearl Miller. 5'6" freshman as Kaylin Weehee. That is her first free throw attempt at the varsity season.
I hope she can knock this one down.
Takes a couple of bounces, fires away, and will not go.
Did everything but go in.
But Brewer fighting for the board underneath, but it's eventually ripped away by Miller. Lauren Brewer's been holding her own, getting down and dirty, down low. Fighting hard with, usually it's been her and Miller for a good portion of this fourth quarter. Now Miller guarded by Weehee. Miller gets her own miss, fouled by Brewer from behind, and now Hattie Miller is going to go to the line for 2. We go towards 2.5 left to go in this ball game, and even 50 points put up tonight by the Chieftains.
Coach Hector going to his bench even more here. Good for Coach.
Yeah, did catch the number of who's coming in as Miller knocks down the
13.
First free throw. Ruby Brewer, the 5'6" junior, will check in. So you got Lauren and you got Ruby.
I wonder if Ruby will be guarding Pearl.
Ruby Pearl, there you go.
Ruby, yeah.
There's a matchup. A pair of fine wearable accessories, if you will, of pearls and a ruby. We'll see Luke coming up. Luke Brewer in the boys game. Expected to make, coming in, would be his 8th start of the season for Coach K.C. Simmons and the Tonganoxie Chieftains boys team. Seeing the entire Brewer lineup out here tonight.
Yeah, exactly.
And a chance for the first points for Lauren as she is at the line shooting a pair.
Oh,
first one a little off. And what could be, as we're under 90 to go, possibly a final chance here. On the way, a little flat, and it's short. And the Rams come away with the basketball. Up the floor, Emma Parker trying to go coast to coast. Emma Parker leaves it short. Out of bounds, and it's still Rams basketball. And just hoping for one more possession. We'd really love to see either. We saw Carson Platt get her first varsity points as this one's knocked out of bounds. Ruby with the good defense there.
Yeah.
Would love to see either her or Lauren get their first varsity points here, if it can happen.
Yeah, that'd be great.
Time continuing to tick away. Chieftains need one of those patented takeaways or turnovers. Rams trying to end this game on a high note. They're going to go to 1-10 tonight. Not sure what happened there. Apologies. And whistles will blow, and it looks like we're going to end this game on free throws at the line. Foul against Ruby Brewer. And free throws going to be on the way. I think Hattie Miller is the one back to the line. She is, as she knocks down the first. 2 straight made free throws for Hattie Miller. And this is going to be the final points of this ballgame. 2 for 2. Hattie Miller finishes with 5, tied for the leading scorer of the Rams. And the Chieftains win it big, 50-15, your final score. And the Chieftains get right back in the saddle and back into the win column on a 1-point loss on Friday at Ottawa. Big winners here tonight. They're going to look to make it 2 in a row in roughly just under 24 hours from now, tomorrow night on the road at Paola, when they get back in Frontier League and take on the Paola Panthers. Brothers Market post-game show when we return here. Break down the rest of the stats from the first game, announce our County Road Brewing player of the game. Coming up.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com. First State Bank & Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank & Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank & Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
For projects big or small, Southern Star asks you to always call 811 before you dig. It's free, easy, and keeps our community safe. After calling 811, a professional will use paint or flags to mark buried utility lines within a few days. And calling 811 is the law. Hitting underground lines can disrupt utility service and cause serious injury. Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Shop.
Back here, not the halftime show. Halfway through our doubleheader here tonight as we go into the Brothers Market post-game show. Game 1 going to the Chieftains. Lady Chieftains win it 50-15 over the Lady Rams of Pleasant Ridge. Final stat totals here tonight. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan here. Boys game tipping off in about 12.5 minutes from now. The Rams were only able to put up 15 points tonight. You had 1 for Haley Heim, 5 for Maggie Lance, 6 for Hattie Miller, 4 of those coming from the free throw line. She's a leading scorer for the Rams. Briella DeMoranville with 1 and 2 for Liv Fletchel. The Rams finished shooting just 10.7% from the field, 3 of 28 on field goals tonight, 12.5 from 3 and 57% from the free throw line. For the Chieftains, it was quite the onslaught for them. They took away 31 turnovers tonight from Pleasant Ridge. I mean, just good stuff there. They turned it over 12 times. But when you're able to take 31 away, I think you give a little wiggle room there. 2 points for Carson Platt, 16 for Alyssa Shonick, leading all scorers tonight. Then Alyssa shooting 6 of 15 from the field, 16 points, 4 rebounds, 7 assists. One of her best of the season, just coming too shy of setting a new season high for Alyssa. You had 4 for Ashley Brody, 2 points for Kaylin Weehee, 3 points for Addie Schooler, 10 points, a new season high for Adlin Johnson, and for Jayla Herrera, our County Road Brewing player of the game, finishing with 13 points, 5 of 12 from the field, 2 of 5 from 2, 3 of 7 from three-point range. All 13 of her points came in the first half to go with 2 rebounds and 1 assist. As County Road Brewing congratulates Jayla on being named player of the game. Rooted in the community, brewed for the journey. See what's brewing today at County Road Brewing in Tonganoxie. And Denny, great selection on the player of the game there. Very deserving.
Well, like we always say, partner, you could pick Alyssa Schoenig every night, but, Jayla's a senior. She hasn't been our player of the game yet, and she had a really good night, so I thought she was deserving.
And you look back at that first quarter, especially. The first quarter ended in a 13-2 score.
Yeah.
And the way that game was going, I think you could feel it a little bit from that Tongi bench, especially, of like, this should be a game. It should be 23-2 or 25-2. 13 points in that first quarter. That felt like a little bit of a disappointment. And that's where we saw, I think, Jayla Herrera, she really took over in that first half, knocking down those 3 balls like we mentioned. And even though she went scoreless in the second half, she was all over the place defensively, getting some steals. As far as steals on the night, you had Schoenig finishing 9 steals tonight. One more away from having a double-double in points and steals for Alyssa. But Jayla had 4 tonight. Second most for the Chieftains. You had a couple for Hendrickson, a couple for Bruni, and so on and so on. 3 for Brewer, Lauren Brewer, and 1 for Addie Schooler, 5 for Adlin Johnson. I mean, again, just about everybody got a turnover or some kind of takeaway off this Rams team for the Chieftains. But again, Jayla Herrera, your County Road Brewing player of the game as we go back to the Brothers Market post-game show. So now the Chieftains 6-3. They get back in the win column and still 3-2 in Frontier League play. They got a 2-game winning streak going into Paola tomorrow night, the first of 2 regular season matchups with the Paola Panthers. This was a game you had to come out tonight, and you just had to handle your business. You didn't want to fall into any kind of trap game. And most importantly, you want to handle your business while looking good. If this would have been a game where the Chieftains won it 25-12 or something, something like that, it wouldn't have feel as good. The fact that they put up 50, they win it by 35 points, that's exactly what you were looking to do tonight if you're Coach Eckert.
And not only that, but Coach Eckert went to his bench often, especially there in the second half. So usually mostly he just had 1 starter on the floor at a time in the second half.
Yeah, and that's a good point. We saw Lauren Brewer, we saw Ruby Brewer, Carson Platt, shout out, by the way, getting your first varsity bucket tonight. Well done, young lady. You were playing almost an entirely JV roster, with the exception if you had Schoenig out there at one point, Herrera checked in there towards the end. But the entirety of the second half, it was basically a JV roster against the varsity for Pleasant Ridge. So that is something to note as well. Lady Chieftains handle their business. They'll look to make it 2 wins in a row tomorrow night against Paola. And once again, we will not be streaming that game, but you can still watch it for free here on YouTube over at the Paola Sports Live YouTube channel. Our colleague Aaron Feely will take good care of you guys there tomorrow night.
Yeah, Aaron does a nice job.
He's one of the best in the business. Love working with Aaron. Anytime we get together, voice of the St. Joseph Goats of the Arena Football League up in St. Joe, Missouri, and over at Johnson County Community College as well. Aaron Feely will be on the call for the Lady Chieftains and the Lady Panthers tomorrow night. That'll do it here for the first portion of our Brothers Market postgame show. Check out the weekly ads and specials in-store or online at shopbrothersmarket.com. When we return, we'll go back to the S&S Body pregame show and get you set for the boys' game between the Chieftains and the Rams.
More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it. Taste mouth-watering flavors in our new chicken bacon ranch pizza. Bring a crowd to feast on our 11 toppings mobster pizza. Pizzas with quality meats and a 100% real cheese, like our triple tasty seasoned sausage cravers pizza. Try favorites like pastas, calzones, sandwiches, appetizers, salads, and desserts. More toppings, more taste, more value. Gambino's Pizza. You're gonna love it.
For projects big or small, Southern Star asks you to always call 811 before you dig. It's free, easy, and keeps our community safe. After calling 811, a professional will use paint or flags to mark buried utility lines within a few days. And calling 811 is the law. Hitting underground lines can disrupt utility service and cause serious injury. Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Hey, you ready to go to my mom's?
Well, I can't go today. I have to mow. It's probably going to take all day.
Well, that's too bad. Don't work too hard.
Dixie Chopper. Speed when you need it.
See the full lineup at hersinc.net. Call 913-247-3530 or just stop on by.
At Fort Scott Community College, we understand that a scary part of figuring out your future isn't only answering the question, what should I do, but where do I belong? Maybe you belong here, studying animal science or learning about farm and ranch management. Maybe you belong here as part of Helms Hoops on the hardwood. I don't know where you've been or where you're headed, but I know we're saving a spot for you because you belong at Fort Scott Community College.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
Welcome back to the SS Body pregame show. Get your ride back in the game. Dylan Funk here. Dennis Drennan will rejoin us in the booth momentarily. Final score, Game 1. Lady Chieftains take it against the Lady Rams 50-15, 35-point winners. For Tongi, they moved to 6-3 overall on the season. As for the boys team coming in tonight, currently still ranked number 17 in Class 4A. Remember, it's the top 16 that qualify for the playoffs. 17 and 18 do not. So the Chieftains now 1-7 overall, 0-5 in Frontier League play. Obviously, this game tonight not counting towards that Frontier League record, but this team could use a win, and they're going to be looking to do that here tonight. Right in a 4-game losing streak, their longest losing streak of the season, as they lost on Friday at Ottawa, 69-40. 7th straight loss to the Cyclones. We'll see them here in the regular season finale inside Chieftain Arena on February 24th. But the focus here tonight on Pleasant Ridge. They've had good success in recent seasons against these Rams. They're 3-0, in fact. Chieftains have won every single game since 2023 against Pleasant Ridge, and they've won them by an average of about 10 to 12 points. So they have been able to do a lot of good against Pleasant Ridge. And I'm sure this Chieftain team, they were very happy to see this game coming up on the schedule here for tonight. They won last year at Pleasant Ridge 74-62. And the boys looking for that second win of the season. And both of them, if they were to win tonight, would be against 3A schools. The first win coming back at that Garden City tournament back in December, where the Chieftains beat 3A Lakin High School 85-72. As for the Rams, they come in tonight 2-8 overall, 2-6 in league play in the Northeast Kansas League, the 3A Sabetha region. They are 1-3 at home, 1-5 on the road, and ranked 14th currently. Coming off a year last year where they went 6-14. They lost in the sub-state quarterfinal against Mission Valley, and they're on a 5-game losing streak. Coming in tonight, they lost Friday against Royal Valley at home, 68-34. They're looking for their first ever win against the Chieftains, like we already kind of mentioned, as we welcome Dennis Drennan back into the booth here. Denny was just telling the folks that this Chieftain team, I'm sure they were very happy knowing that they've won 3 straight games in previous years against these Rams, and a team that's looking for a win in a desperate way.
Yeah.
They're going to be looking to get that here tonight.
Yeah, I think it's couldn't come at a better time for these Chieftain boys. They've had a pretty rough go so far.
We'll see if they can get it done here tonight. Then wrapping up the SNS Body pregame show, Crookham Construction starting lineups and opening tip of the game. Game 2 of our doubleheader here tonight on Tongi Sports Live. That's coming up next.
The Tonganoxie Recreation Commission is committed to creating community through parks, people, and programs. And now, with their all-new activity center, the Tonganoxie Rec Commission can do even more. Tongi Rec understands the benefits reaped through recreation are endless. Tongi Rec has a long list of classes, activities, and programs for the young and young at heart. For program pricing and schedules, call 913-845-3502. Visit them at the all-new activity center at the Tonganoxie High West Campus, or go to tongirec.org.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information and become a member today by visiting their website, TonganoxieBusinessAssociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
Family owned and operated Wizard of Paws is a fifth-generation business located in the heart of downtown Tonganoxie. The professionally trained staff takes pride in making every dog and cat look its best, whether it be a breed-specific trim or an adorable cute pet trim. Plus, their facility offers amenities and space that are doggone amazing. Call Wizard of Paws to make your appointment at 913-416-0255 or visit them at 406 East 4th Street in Tonganoxie. Learn more at wizardofpawstongi.com.
Midwest Chiropractic Center is a friendly and caring clinic providing comprehensive care for your chiropractic, rehabilitative, and fitness needs. Upon entering one of our offices, you are treated like family. The staff cares about your health, and their approach to care proves it. With 3 locations in Tonganoxie, Lansing, and Bonner Springs, plus some Saturday hours, Midwest Chiropractic Center is dedicated to offering affordable, gentle chiropractic care. Midwest Chiropractic Center, getting you back to active.
Families and business owners have trusted Mutual Savings Association for over 100 years. They offer checking accounts, online banking, personal and business loans, investment planning, insurance and retirement plans, and so much more. Their team specializes in creating a financial plan that is tailor-made to your needs to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit one of their 6 nearby locations, including downtown Tonganoxie, or visit their website msa.bank to learn more. Member FDIC.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage with high quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch Varsity Sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sport.
Charlie was born at LMH. We had a great team of nurses. Not only did they check in on us regularly, they always asked if we had questions, always made sure that we understood what was going on. I cannot say enough wonderful things about the labor and delivery, family birthing, and mother baby care team at LMH Health. We had to put our entire trust into their hands, and just everyone was so friendly and so supportive.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and insurance companies to ensure a smooth transition. They offer cutting-edge technological therapy treatments like focused shock waves and deep tissue laser therapy for more precise care to acute and chronic injuries. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Visit ptssolutionsks.com for more information.
Number 22, a junior, Dawson Hawkins.
Like you get these starting lineups for
And number 32, a
Pleasant
junior,
Ridge
Hunter
first.
Morris. Head coach for
Jackson
Pleasant Ridge,
Rudhausen,
Derek
Isaiah
Stewart.
Kime, Hudson Hockett, Dawson Hockett,
And
and
now let's
Hunter
meet your
Morris will be your
Tonganoxie
5 for Pleasant Ridge. Let's meet the starting 5 for Coach Casey's 7
Number
squad.
0, the 6'6" senior, Luke Brewer. Number 5, the 5'10" sophomore, Chieftain Harder. Number 15, the 6'2" senior, Nolan McGuire. Number 23, a 5'10" senior, Lachlan McCray. And number 35, a 6'4" junior, Owen Sema. Head coach for the Chieftains, Casey Simmons. Officials for this evening's game, Shane Lichtai, Scott Goodhart.
Very we go. Slight tweak in the starting lineup for Coach Simmons as Kipton Harder is put back in. He started the season in the starting lineup. Luke McCray had starts in the last 3 or 4 coming into tonight, but he will come off the bench to start this one. So Harder back out there with McGuire, Lachlan McCray, Owen Seba, and Luke Brewer. Once again, your starting lineup tonight presented by Crookham Construction. Both teams on a losing streak. Rams 5, and the Chieftains have lost 4 in a row. One of those is going to come to an end tonight. Chieftains need a win desperately. Looking to get it done as McGuire gets in the middle with Hunter Morris, and the opening tip is tracked down by the Rams, and we are underway here. The final game here on a Monday night on Tonganoxie Sports Live.
Chieftains opening a man-to-man defense.
The defense trailed around there by Harder. It forces the 3, and no good on the shot put up by Hudson Hockett. Brewer on an offensive rebound. The putback is good.
Good rebound there by Luke and stuck the putback.
Coming off a game last Friday, 5 points, 3 rebounds, and an assist. Also 1 steal for Luke Brewer. He gets the scoring started here early as Kipton Harder feeding off the energy right in front of the Tonganoxie bench as he knocks that one out of bounds. His 6th start in 9 games this season for Kipton, being right back out there. Now the Chieftains get a takeaway. Up the floor, the Dark Knight, Lachlan McCray stops pivoting around, threads the needle, 4-0 nothing. 4-0 run rather for the Chieftains. Got a little tripped up there. A little excited. Nice little spin around find by Lachlan McCray.
Nice assist, yeah.
Seeing some of the things that Lachlan can do sometimes, it just makes you not even want to speak English. I don't even know what that was. I just did. Chieftains trying to turn up the temperature on defense. Able to get by the swiping hands of Harder, put up no good, and eventually rebound is controlled by Luke Brewer. That took a moment. That last shot no good for Isaiah Kime. Seba! And a timeout on the floor. Somebody forgot to guard Owen Seba, and he made the most of it. Lachlan able to find him up the floor, and the Chieftains have opened up this game on a 6-0 run.
Has your furnace left you out in the cold? Pipes plugged? Are you underwater with your water heater? If so, you'll be glad you called Ladd. Ladd Service Company in Tonganoxie has been your heating, cooling, and plumbing specialist since 1986. Ladd is your dealer for top quality brands like York, Aprilaire, and Wolverine Brass. Plus, they maintain and service all other brands. Schedule your appointment by calling 913-369-3509. Visit LaddServiceCo.com to see why you'll be glad you called Ladd.
.6-0 run for the Chieftains that open up this game. Looking to snap this 4-game losing streak, and they keep this effort up. They're going to be well on their way to doing that. As another one that is knocked loose, already 3rd turnover of the game on the Rams. And it's still Chieftain basketball as Kime just lost the handle of that as he was dribbling away on the baseline. Still the starters out here for Tonganoxie. Brewer, extra pass to Seba, driving in. Seba denied inside.
Good penetration on the drive, just couldn't finish.
A block by Dawson Hockett to knock it out of Seba's hands. There is Hockett, made the play on defense, now trying to make the play on offense. The southpaw comes up short. Kipton Harder leading the way up the floor. Tell high energy for him being inserted back into the starting lineup as he finds McGuire for the 3. 5 of the 9 belonging to Nolan McGuire. And he picked up the quick foul here. Take another look at that last Nolan McGuire 3. Getting freed up there. Luke Brewer clogging up some traffic and gave Nolan plenty of room, plenty of time to knock that one down, shooting the 3 ball. coming into tonight just under 50%, high 40s. That's a good clip.
Yes, it is.
Swarming around, Rubhausen still able to pass it off, and he found the big fella, Hunter Morris, 6'7" junior, out on the floor for the Rams tonight. Tallest player. This time he gets outdone by Luke Brewer.
I think that may be there all night for Luke Brewer. They keep feeding the big man inside.
Luke Brewer, 6'6" on the program, so not too far behind of Hunter Morris. As freeing up with space denied from behind, and a foul comes in. I don't know if Seba got a piece of that or not.
It looked like he did.
Get him with the foul.
Fouls on Seba, his first.
I think definitely a partial deflection. I think that's what he got, but also got a piece of the hand or the forearm. So 2 free throws on the way for the 5'10" junior, Jackson Rubhausen. As the first one is on the way and no good.
Number 2, Luke McRae.
As Luke McRae is going to check in for Kipton Harder. Between those 2 players, those are the only changes that Coach Simmons has made to the starting lineup this year. The rest of the 4, Seba, McRae, Brewer, and McGuire, they all have stayed the same. As Rubhausen goes 0 for 2 on the trip. Chieftains still lead by 9, looking to rebuild here on this possession. Seba to McGuire, just can't knock down the 3. Trying to go left on Luke McRae, and the pass is handed off to Kime. Luke almost swatting it away. Kime, extra pass to Morris, and Brewer gets the rebound. Nearly got the block on there, did Luke. Was just a half step behind on the swat. Now Lachlan stops, turning around, out to Brewer. Big fella 3, just short, but Lachlan just missed the rebound. I thought Lachlan was going to be able to reel that one in, but it squirts out, and Hunter Morris there to collect. How about the McRae brothers almost coming away with the steal there. Rams still control. Pesky interior defense here by the Chieftains, trying to back down on Seba, and he gets the block. Nicely done there for Owen Seba.
And then comes away with the ball. That was really nice.
Just off the rim for McGuire. Another offensive rebound for Brewer, and his putback no good. And it'll stay Chieftain basketball. Already the 4th rebound of this game for Luke Brewer. Bodie Mazlak is going to check in for Owen Seba. And if this goes the way like the girls' game did, where running clock in the 4th quarter, game well decided by halftime, we could see Coach Simmons get pretty deep into his bench as well.
Yeah, no question, partner.
As he finds Bodie Mazlak right on the inbounds. Lachlan picks up his 3rd assist. Three on the way. Rubhausen almost banked it in. Rebound underneath by Hawken, and he's fouled underneath by Luke McRae. So Luke will pick up his first foul. You got subs coming in. Thomas Yunker, the 6'3" junior, will check in for Pleasant Ridge. And you also had at that last stoppage on the free throw, Cooper Potter, number 21, the freshman, inbounding the ball right now. Rams rocking the road navy blues white trim uniforms tonight. Chieftains in the home whites. Time running out, able to get it in. McGuire knocks it loose. They're going to call him for the foul. Trying to knock that one out of the hands of Hunter Morris. And for Nolan McGuire, that is 2 fouls for him in this first quarter, as he will check out in favor of Owen Seba. Didn't really see any sort of foul trouble for the Chieftains in our first game, but there were early trouble here from McGuire. Now another whistle's going to come in. Twitty Birds are out, and that one is the first on Bodie Mazlak, and that's already 5 team fouls.
Yeah.
Compared to none committed for the Rams. And for the remaining 2:48 of the first, we get bonus free throws for Pleasant Ridge. That was quick.
That was.
As Dawson Hawkett to the free throw line, knocks down his first. You got 2 on McGuire, 1 on Mazlak, one on Seba. And I must have missed the first one, so I only got 4. No, I don't. I got it all. Cody Maslak with 2 on the other end. Yeah, 1 on Seba, 1 on Maslak, 2 on McGuire, 1 on Luke McRae. That was the one I missed on the first scan. Chieftains poking away. Coming back the other way, trying to turn defense into offense. McRae, 3 buckets.
Catch and shoot there by Lachlan. Nicely done. Splash.
First bucket of the night for Lachlan McRae. Pure swish. A little over 2 to go in this first quarter. Commanding 15-point lead for the Chieftains over Brewer. Way offline, but a rebound underneath. Put back good by Hudson Hockett. Lachlan lost his footing trying to make that violent cut inside and lost the ball. Don't see that all too often. And the lay-in is good on the other end. A quick 4-0 run for the Rams. McRae can't go back-to-back. Lachlan, the leading scorer for the Chieftains at 23 points per game, by far the best on the team. Here's a 3 on the way, and it is good. Now a 7-0 run for Pleasant Ridge, and back-to-back buckets by Hudson Hockett. Whoa.
Gets him right back in the game.
Chieftains still an 8-point lead. Take it back up to 10 thanks to Lachlan. That's got to feel a little deflating if you're Pleasant Ridge. A 7-0 run, and you look up and you're still down 8, quickly back down by 10.
Yeah.
That's how dominant the Chieftains open up this game. A large lead is 15, as Hockett can't make it 3 straight makes. Out of bounds. And you got about a 2.5-second difference between shot clock and game clock here. The Chieftains can very well still take their time and pretty much use up the entirety of this first quarter along the way. As Kipton Harder is in as he hands off to Lachlan McRae. Luke McRae, Brewer, and Maslak, the other 3 out there for the Chieftains to close out this opening quarter. Chieftains already half the point total in this first quarter as they had the entire game on Friday at Ottawa. They finished with 40. Under 15 now. Now 10 on the shot clock. Passing around the perimeter. Lachlan wants his second, but he won't get it. Harder on the offensive board. Lachlan, good if it goes, but it won't. So 2 looks there for Lachlan McRae. Heave is well short. And that will end this first quarter. Lachlan McRae, 5 points in the first quarter, 3 of them coming off this 3-point basket, and the Chieftains have a 10-point lead to open up the second.
Does your roof have possible storm damage? Looking to get solar panels? Or is it just simply time to get it inspected? That's where Balmer Roofing and Solar come into play. Balmer Roofing has a combined 40 years of experience with JAF Master Elite and Emerald Pro contractors. The Balmer family and their team are ready to give your house a brand new roof or solar panels at an affordable cost with a 50-year warranty. Life has mishaps and they want nothing but your customer satisfaction. Let them prove why so many of your neighbors choose Balmer for their roofing projects. To schedule a free inspection, call 913-845-5252 or visit them online at balmerroofing.com. Inviting, connecting, serving, and growing. That's Grounded Coffee House in downtown Tonganoxie. Enjoy the best cup of coffee in town 6 days a week and pair it with freshly made from scratch pastries, muffins, cinnamon rolls, and so much more. Plus, check out their beautiful event center, Grace Hall. Perfect for your next gathering, celebration, wedding, and party. All profits go towards local and international charitable projects and organizations. Drink local, support local at Grounded Coffee House. Place your order for dine-in or carry-out at groundedcoffeehouse.tonganoxie.org.
Start of the second quarter. Game 2 of our doubleheader tonight. The Pleasant Ridge Rams and the Tonganoxie Chieftains. A 10-point lead for Tongi. They turn it over. Let's open up the second quarter. 3rd turnover of the game on the Chieftains. Dylan Funk and Dennis Drennan here. Special Monday night edition of Tonganoxie Sports Live. Thank you guys for joining along with us tonight, having us on one screen. Maybe you got Texans Steelers on the other one. I don't know. Pulls it in. We're down to under 10 football games left to go until August.
Yeah, I know.
Very few NFL playoff games left. Super Bowl, of course. National championship game in college football is a week from tonight. Miami, Indiana. Down in Miami. That should be a fun game. I think I still got Indiana winning that one.
Yeah.
Expect a good contest in front of the home crowd for the Miami Hurricanes. Looking to pass out, bobbled, and Chieftains get another takeaway. Turnover number 4 on the Rams, and it leads to 2 points for Lachlan McCray.
Nice pass. All he had to do was catch and lay it up.
Off the heel, batted around, and Seba will pull down his first
2-on-1
rebound of the game. Lachlan to Bodie, denied. Great block by Isaiah Kime.
Yeah, that was nicely timed.
Ooh, man. Now Kime looking for help as Harder picks his pocket. A steal for Kipton, almost poked away from behind by Hockett. Lachlan in that 3-on-1 trap, essentially, with the baseline. Brewer can't handle it. He controls back near the logo, and maybe the offense will set up here. Seba in control. Spin cycle. Maslak on the far side. Comes across the court to Harder for 3. Won't go. Good ball movement there for the Chieftains. Just couldn't knock down the 3-shot. As Nolan McGuire is going to check back in with his 2 personal fouls. Kime on the 3 is no good.
Chieftains just dominating the boards on
Up
both
the
ends.
floor, Lachlan off the glass. Three at the other end, cannot be answered. Bodie just takes that rebound from Cooper Potter. They both crashed in on it. Bodie coming away. Lachlan to Harder, you betcha! And a timeout by Pleasant Ridge.
Chieftains just having their way with the Rams tonight.
Already the 4th assist in this opening half for Tonganoxie. As we will keep it here during this timeout. Good reminder that Chieftain Athletics is represented in part by Kansas City, Kansas Community College. Whether you want to take classes in high school or after graduation, KCCC is in your backyard. Check out how college can help you today at kckcc.edu. And also by Grounded Coffee House, serving great coffee with an even greater cause. Follow them on Facebook and check out their website, groundedcoffeehouse.tonganoxie.org, to learn more. 27-10, 5:20 to play before we head to the locker room for halftime. It has been all Chieftains in this one. The Rams will be left with 3 timeouts in the game. 1:30 and 1:60 minute second timeout already being taken. A 60-minute timeout. That would be a little egregious. That'd be a little much.
A little bit.
We don't have that many commercials to play without repeating in that time, even if they did. My goodness. Inside, multiple Chieftain defenders, and McGuire comes away with the board, and he was pushed from behind, I believe, by Hudson Hockett.
Number 11, Laurie.
Cade Laurie instead, number 11, picks up his first foul. The Rams continuing to make massive substitutions. Their head coach, Terrence Jordan, also in his second year as head coach of the Pleasant Ridge Rams. He's a K-12 teacher at the Leavenworth School District, with coaches over at Pleasant Ridge in his spare time. Here's a near corner 3 for Bodie Maslak that does not go. Thought that was interesting. Being a teacher in one district and coming over. I mean, both still in Leavenworth County, so I guess you get that. It's got to be quite a busy man, too. Also an assistant football and track coach for the Rams as well as head coach Terrence Jordan.
Yeah, you gotta love that. You know, he's giving back.
No doubt.
can't be easy.
I think anybody that takes the time, especially at the high school level and even the rec level, you know, all that, any coach is willing to take the time and work with you. It's invaluable. As that one is going to rattle in for Dawson Hockett. Somehow thread the needle to Brewer. He kicks to Seba, whose three is rattled out. And last off of Pleasant Ridge, it's Chieftain basketball with a fresh 30 and change on the shot clock. Roman Holthaus checks in for the first time as he will come in for Luke Brewer.
Star in the making.
Think so. McGuire can't knock down that three. Roman contesting for that last board, and it's off the Rams again, so we'll keep it here.
Roman's such a good athlete. Just so much fun to watch on the football field, too.
Definitely if he continues to stick with basketball. I think by then, I think he's probably might be one of the guys as a sophomore next year. He's going to be battling for, I imagine, one of the 5 starting spots, if not
I think so.
one of the first bench spots. Coach Simmons, you know he's really hoping he's going to come back next year as Lachlan finishes that off.
I like the way Lachlan hesitated there and then used the glass. Nicely done by the Dark Knight.
Third assist for Owen Seba, so he is one away from setting a new season high in assists at 4.
Lachlan rocking the loud blue shoes.
Loud blue
bright
shoes.
blues.
The Dark Knight mask, as you and I have just kind of grown to calling it that he's worn it for now. It's the second season wearing the facial protecting, as it'll stay at this end of the floor. He's had some breaks in his face, having to require some surgery to fix, and it's one that if it breaks again, it's going to really cause some kind of reconstructive surgery to fix. So he's opting to play it safe, and that's why he wears the facial protection. And all better for him. I wouldn't want to have to go through all that either.
Yeah, I broke my nose too many times when I was playing sports and wrestling and football.
And you get some screws and stuff in there too. You want to make sure that stuff is in there good, it's safe, and you don't want any chance of getting another break or something and messing up the doctor's good work.
Yeah, and
I
had to go through that surgery. It's no fun.
So that's why we always call Lachlan the Dark Knight, his alter ego here on the hardwood. Goes in on the final 3 in the first half. 29-12 lead for the Chieftains.
Nice young man, too.
In the lane. Knocked out of bounds. Chieftain basketball, one of the best. As always, another one of those guys. We always talk about Alyssa Shonick. We've seen her growing up in front of our eyes.
Yeah.
Lachlan is an example of that of the boys team.
Exactly.
Has been involved at the varsity level pretty much since his freshman year. Really started seeing his time his sophomore year. Multiple year starter now for the team, of course. And again, he's been phenomenal this year. 23.4 assists and 4 rebounds at average per game. Leads the team in assists, leads the team in points. He is by far the Chieftain MVPs, as we are now 9 games or 8.5 at this point into the season. Gets it here, violent cut in the lane, pull-up is good. And he's on one tonight. That's now 13 points in his first half. And a new season high 3 assists for Kipton Harder. The Chieftains knocking on the door of leading by 20. Here it comes. Lachlan finishes and counts the bucket.
Dark Knight going to work.
Good by McRae.
The Dark Knight rising to the occasion, if you will. A chance to finish the N1 play at the line. Did you get that reference?
I did.
Okay. You took me to see The Dark Knight Rises.
Dark Knight Rises, yeah.
Christopher Nolan, the Batman movies, Christian Bale, one of my favorites growing up. 3-point play is no good, but Roman Holthaus with the rebound and the putback. There's good defense there, too, coming over, stopping the potential drive by Hockett. Now McGuire telegraphs this one. It's off a sneaker.
Yeah, somebody kicked it.
So we'll redo it. Fresh 35 on the shot clock. 23-point lead for the Chieftains, and this has to feel, at this point, it's got to feel therapeutic for this team right now, especially after last week. I mean, you're coming off back-to-back games with running clocks in the fourth quarter against Baldwin at home and Ottawa on the road. That is as tough of a stretch, a two-game stretch, as you can have in high school basketball, I feel. So they are enjoying every bit of this here tonight, trying to pour it on the Rams as another foul is going to come in. Is that back-to-back on Kipton Harder?
Is that 3?
His second.
Second.
So Luke McCray will check in. Kipton Harder hangs his head a little bit as he comes out. Simmons telling him, so love the effort. All good. Loving what he's seeing from his team on the floor right now. Hit by McGuire. Good defense from Holthouse.
Yes.
Shot is put up, and it goes out of bounds as Dawson Hawkins just ran into a brick wall in the 6'1 freshman Holthouse. Couldn't really do anything with it there as soon as he met him.
Yeah, and Roman showing good poise there. He went straight up. Didn't reach, didn't get him with the body, so nicely done.
Lachlan McGray leading all scores, 15 points. Nolan McGuire, 3, no problem.
The Rams staying in that 2-1-2 zone. Chieftains picking up man-to-man.
Back-to-back buckets from three-point range for Nolan McGuire with 9. Or 8 points, excuse me. I gave him one too early. Under a minute in the first half. 10 on the shot clock is underneath.
Got to get Roman on that one.
Banging bodies with the 6'3 junior Thomas Junker underneath. Junker a few pounds on Holthouse as well. And Junker is going to go to the free throw line as Roman picks up his first foul. As Junker, first one on the way is short. I can't remember what the. I remember from the football program. I think Roman comes in. It was 6'1", and I believe like 175, 180.
Yeah.
Already, something like that. And it's like that's the frame you see of some juniors and seniors out there. He still has 3 years after this. It's going to be fun watching him grow and develop right in front of our eyes. You know, Coach Troyer, Coach Simmons. I'm sure he does track or something in the springtime too. Fun seeing his brother Isaiah grow up in front of us, and now we're getting a chance to watch Roman.
Oh, and he just got a big block.
And it leads to 2 more for Lachlan McRae.
Defense into offense right there. Nicely done.
How about that?
Yeah, Roman's got some good leaps.
Right on cue, too.
He got good hops.
I think he's a pretty good high jumper in track.
I would imagine.
I remember reading in an article somewhere, and I could be totally wrong on this. We'll take this with a grain of salt, but I think I remember reading where he did a jump when he was in 8th grade. So this past spring, he was in 8th grade in middle school, and he did a high jump to where if he was competing at the state tournament in high school and at the state track meet, I think he would have been a placer at the high
medalist,
school.
Yeah.
It would have been a medalist at the high school high jump as an 8th grader. Final shot. Lachlan wants it. He gets it. He nails it to cap off a 20-point first half for Lachlan McRae. An exclamation mark on a 30-point halftime lead. Lachlan McRae able to knock down his second three-point basket. We got the breakdown to the first half coming up. White Birch Property halftime show.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
A great collision on the field awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to SNS Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. SNS has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
When it comes to rehabilitation, despite what you're told, you can choose where you want to go. Physical Therapy Solutions in Tonganoxie is independently owned, allowing them to work with all doctors and insurance companies to ensure a smooth transition. They offer cutting-edge technological therapy treatments like focused shock waves and deep tissue laser therapy for more precise care to acute and chronic injuries. Contact Physical Therapy Solutions today and let them help you. Visit ptsolutions.ks.com for more information.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving you.
Chieftain Stars dance team performing their halftime routine as we welcome you back into the White Birch Property Realty Executives halftime show. Speak to one of their agents today by calling 913-417-1007. Halftime score, a 30-point lead for the Chieftains, 43-13 over the Pleasant Ridge Rams. And some first half stats here. Let's get into them. Luke Brewer, 4 points, 6 rebounds, no assists. Kipton Harder, 3 points, 2 rebounds, and an assist. By the way, for Luke Brewer, a new season high in rebounds, 6 points. So kudos to him on that. Nolan McGuire, 8 points, 1 rebound, 1 assist. Roman Holthaus, 2 points, 1 rebound, no assist. Bodie Mazak, 4 points, 1 rebound, no assist either. And for Lachlan McRae leading all scores, 20 points, 1 rebound, and 4 assists. And he finished with that splashdown 3. A highlight-worthy play to close out that first half. In the first half, Denny, that just went entirely the way of the Chieftains.
Yeah, like we've said many times, partner, the stats are just as lopsided as the game. A couple of the ones that probably want to point out is the Chieftains are out rebounding the Rams 25-12. And the Chieftains lead in the three-point shooting duel 15-3. So those are the two big ones. They're just Tonganoxie's just dominating on them boards, both offensive and defensive rebounds. Shooting a good field goal percentage, 63.2 for the Chieftains and just 22.9 for the Rams. So when the Rams do get up a shot, they're not hitting them.
Yeah, and when you have 13 points after a half of basketball, that shows that you haven't been getting a lot of shots up, or when you are, you're not making them. And it's been a little bit of both tonight for both the boys and the girls team of Pleasant Ridge. Outscored in that second quarter alone, 23-3.
Yeah.
Just impressive stuff put on here tonight by the Chieftains. Those points off turnovers, 11-2 in favor of Tongi. They have taken 6 away from Pleasant Ridge, and the Chieftains have only turned it over twice so far tonight. So taking care of the basketball, and then when they get those takeaways, they've been able to cash them in for some points out as well. Out rebounding the Rams by 13, 25-12. And I think outside of that, really the rest of the stats, we can go on and on, but this is a
scoreboard tells the tale.
Yeah, scoreboard tells the tale, score tells it, and this is kind of in that first half. It was taking the Rams behind the woodshed, and in the second half, we'll see if the Chieftains can keep it up. Mind you, they are in on a 4-game losing streak. It's a 5-game losing streak for Pleasant Ridge, but the Chieftains, after the beatings they took last week, that 2-game stretch home against Baldwin, on the road at Ottawa, they are relishing this 30-point lead at halftime right now. And they're going to be back on the road tomorrow night, just like the Lady Chieftains. They take on the Paola Panthers back in Frontier League play, as they will look to get their first win in league play against the Panthers, and that matchup with Paola, they started out on the year great. It was kind of one of those teams that I think you read a lot of publications are saying, well, it's been a little bit of who have they played and, a little bit of something like that. They took a loss to Eudora. When we saw the Cardinals, they only had one win. And then they go on the road, or at home, they beat Paola on a buzzer beater. So now everyone's kind of up in the air on Paola and who they really are as a team. The Chieftains are going to find out tomorrow night when they take them on. Again, you can watch that game over on Paola Sports Live right here on YouTube. The game will not be broadcast here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. It'll be a simulcast with our Paola Sports Live crew. Aaron Feely and Emma Bain will take care of you guys tomorrow night. While we have a moment here at halftime, we can take a look at what we got coming up here on Tonganoxie Sports Live in the very near future. Back home this Friday against the Spring Hill Broncos. Second matchup with the Chieftains and the Broncos this season. Next week, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it's the Tonga Invitational Basketball Tournament. Very excited for that one, particularly the girls' field. I'm hearing it's going to be really good, really exciting. Eudora is going to be in the mix there. Bonner Springs is usually in there, too. A couple of other good teams going to be pulled in. And for the Lady Chieftains, look, going to be contending for one of the top seeds in their bracket. It's going to be a lot of fun next week, watching them develop on and play in that tournament as well for the boys. And then on January 29th, we wrap up January with a home game, a doubleheader against the Bonner Springs Braves. You can check out the full schedule at varsitysportslive.com. You've been watching the White Birch Property Realty Executives Halftime Show here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Second half is coming up next.
I was just wondering.
Enter query.
Should I use a robot?
Vacuum?
No. Are
robots taking over the world? Yes.
Sometimes humans are just more helpful.
Unlike a robo-advisor, we can put together a personalized plan.
Farm Bureau Financial Services. It's your future. Let's protect it.
Contact Farm Bureau agent Tex Vandervoort from Tonganoxie today.
Families and business owners have trusted Mutual Savings Association for over 100 years. They offer checking accounts, online banking, personal and business loans, investment planning, insurance and retirement plans, and so much more. Their team specializes in creating a financial plan that is tailor-made to your needs to help you achieve your financial goals. Visit one of their 6 nearby locations, including downtown Tonganoxie, or visit their website msa.bank to learn more. Member FDIC.
Tonganoxie is the ideal location to start a business. That's why the Tonganoxie Business Association has strived towards a common goal of adding value to businesses and the community since 2015. They assist in providing improved services for customers and visitors, encouraging and enhancing businesses, and preserving historical and cultural assets. Follow them on Instagram for the latest and upcoming event information and become a member today by visiting their website, TonganoxieBusinessAssociation.com. Proud supporters of Chieftain Athletics.
The same look and location of a classic drugstore with the services and supplies of a modern pharmacy. That's what you'll find at the Downtown Drug Store in Tonganoxie. Of course, Downtown Drug is the local choice for your prescriptions and health needs, but did you know they have the best selection of Tonganoxie Pride and Chieftain Game Day gear in town? And a whole lot more. Cards, gifts, home decor, and even the best way to satisfy that sweet tooth. The Downtown Drug Store. Call 913-369-3800 or visit them online at thedowntowndrugstore.com.
All right, back here getting ready to start the third quarter here on Tonganoxie Sports Live. Dylan Funk, Dennis Drennan. And before we get started in the second half, I just wanted to reiterate again our thoughts and prayers out to the family and members of Flashbacks here in downtown, suffering an unfortunate fire this past Friday. And we're thinking of Debbie and Tuna and the rest of everybody there at Flashbacks. If you want to help donate to the GoFundMe, you can go to GoFundMe.com and just search Flashbacks. And the GoFundMe for Debbie Conrad is the first one that pops up. Over $18,000 last I checked has already been raised.
Well, that's awesome.
For
and
Flashbacks.
I saw something on Facebook today, too, partner, that First State Bank was accepting donations.
Maybe so. I mean, it's been a lot of community members here in Tonga have been stepping up, trying to help in any way they possibly can. We're going to try to do our part here at Tonganoxie Sports Live and encourage everybody, if you can and able, to donate over at the GoFundMe and help raise some money for our friends over, and proud sponsors, I should say, over at Flashbacks Diner. Again, we're thinking of all you guys. let us know any way that we can help as we start action again here in the second half. Sees the Chieftains with a 30-point lead as Luke Brewer underneath kind of got a little juxtaposed there, and he gets called for the travel. So he wanted to go up with it, realized he was a little one underneath the basket, 2 defenders, and tried to play it off as best as he could, but the officials right there on top of it.
Chieftains opening up in a zone.
For a team that usually loves playing the aggressive man-to-man defense, I'm a bit surprised like you are too, Denny. It works out. They get the takeaway. First in the second half, and Herder's able to finish with the left hand.
See that long skip pass by Lachlan McCray there was just incredible. He hit him right in stride.
Now 20 points, 1 rebound, 5 assists for Lachlan McGray. That last 3, man, nothing but net from Hudson Hockett, his second from deep. That barely moved the
I
net.
know.
That was impressive. Seba off the deflection is good.
I think that was from Kipton, wasn't it?
Yes, his second assist. He is now tied a season high, so 1 more assist. He'll set the new season high at 3. Seba had the rebound and controlled by Lachlan.
Guys.
McGuire squares the shoulders, just can't bury it. But taken away by Harder. Now another chance for Lachlan, who comes up short on the deflection, but a foul is going to be called. I think they're going to get that on the big man Hunter Morris or Dawson Hockett, one of the two. It'll be on Hockett for his first. And to the line goes Lachlan McRae. Only 1 trip to the line in the first half. It was on an and 1 shot. He missed it, but he makes this one. Leading free throw shooter at 80% on the year. And he goes 2 for 2. Lachlan, he continues his streak now, 9 straight games of scoring 10 or more points. This is the 6th game now where he scored 20 or more in that stretch.
That's pretty impressive.
His season high is 31, where he scored at the Garden City tournament back on December 12th against Garden City High School. Very fitting. Played Garden City High School.
Yeah. Turnover there by Chieftains.
His lowest point total came 6 days ago here at home against Baldwin, where he scored 15. That's the lowest amount of points that Lachlan has scored this season. That's a pretty good season if that's your low water mark as far as point production.
No question about it.
Under 10 on the shot clock. Ruphausen, Kime, extra pass to Hudson Hockett. 3 seconds, 2 seconds. Got to get something up to pass out, and that's the second time we've seen the Rams tonight not get a shot up. Granted, the first one was in the girls' game. It looks like there's really no sense of urgency there with the shot clock winding down.
Yeah, that's what makes me wonder if they even play with it on their home court.
In both cases too, in this and in the girls' game, is over on the bench, the coaches, players, nobody is shouting out to say, "Hey, try to put." You saw Kime kind of try to motion, get a shot up, but outside of that, it's radio silence from that Rams bench. That surprises me. So maybe they don't play with it at home. That's the only thing I can really think of. As that'll go out of bounds last off of Brewer. Another turnover for the Chieftains. I'm not trying to think. We were at Jefferson County North last season, and there was a shot clock there, I feel like.
I don't remember.
I can't 100% remember either. Shot put up, foul called. Free throws on the way here for Hunter Morris. The only thing I truly remember from that game, obviously I remember the Chieftains winning both games, but we were put right in front or right beside the high school band that they had there.
Yeah. Oh, man.
And I just remember leaving that game with my ears still slightly ringing.
I know.
A little
it's
bit.
Like being at a rock concert.
And I know what it's like to go to a concert and be right in front of a speaker. I went to a Carrie Underwood concert with my wife Brittany a few years ago, and
You need to protect your hearing if you're that close.
It was a stage setup where it was like an infinity sign, and there was these pits, and we were in one of the pits. We had great tickets and all, but I somehow drew the short end of the stick, and I was right by a speaker, and my right ear was ringing for I went to school. I was at Johnson County Community College, and I went to class that next morning, and I had to sit closer to the board because I couldn't hear as well.
Yeah.
And I'm paying for it as we go, I'm sure.
Yeah, when you have that buzzing and ringing in your ears, that's permanent hearing damage.
Lachlan soaring in for 2 more. Enough about my hearing loss. Back to the action. 24 of the 51 belonging to Lachlan. Who would have thought if we were going to talk about hearing loss, it'd be my hearing loss and not yours?
I already lost mine years ago.
Just
around too much loud equipment.
Just a little over 70 years young. Don't talk like that.
Yeah.
Trying to drive in, but a foul. Potter tried to make his way in. McGuire was not letting him by, and Dolan picks up foul number 3. As Luke and Bodie both will check in. Kipton and Lachlan are going to head out. So the hot hand of Lachlan McRae being taken out of the game for the time being. Let's see who takes over as far as those point production for the Chieftains right now, as Brewer will wrestle away that rebound. Rebound number 7 for the big fellow underneath. Driving a kick, Maslak to Seba, but the 3 ball's no good, but an offensive board for Brewer. Back-to-back rebounds for him, looking for 2 points, but it's too strong.
Too bad that didn't fall for him.
Just a little bit too mustard on that last shot.
Mm-hmm.
Now the Rams swinging it around the horn. Hockett 3, hard bounce, and a fight for underneath. Potter comes up with the tip, as he had Hockett underneath fighting for it with Brewer, and the Rams come away with 2 more points. As the student section chanting over to the Tongi bench, I believe saying we want Chambo. As Seba finishes with 2 more points, that would be Chambo Albert, the 5'7" junior, number 4, that they are trying to plead Coach Simmons to put into the game. Lachlan will be checking in momentarily. We had mentioned if this game keeps going on at the pace of the Chieftains being in control, which they have, closing in with 3 to play in the third. Another takeaway. Seba going to go right at the defender and count the bucket. An allowed thud falling down to the hardwood here in Chieftain Arena. No problem for Owen Seba. No hesitation, right at David May, going right through his chest.
Yeah, good finish.
As those substitutions are made, Holthouse and Lachlan will be checking him momentarily. He's going to be coming in for the free throw shooting Owen Seba. As Seba on the made and 1 play is going to exit with 10 points. A 37-point lead here in the third, final moments of the third, right to the hands of Lachlan McRae. That's easy pickings for him. Just off on the finish. And the ricochet goes into the hands of Roman, but he was on the baseline. Jack Reichman also out there for the Chieftains as well. We got a full timeout going to be coming in here by Coach Jordan and the Rams. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. It has been all Chieftains in this one. Another look at the last and 1 finish for Owen Seba. That's the kind of night it's been for the Chieftains and Rams, respectfully.
For projects big or small, Southern Star asks you to always call 811 before you dig. It's free, easy, and keeps our community safe. After calling 811, a professional will use paint or flags to mark buried utility lines within a few days. And calling 811 is the law. Hitting underground lines can disrupt utility service and cause serious injury. Safety is in your hands. Every dig, every time.
Your home for live, local sports. Varsity Sports Live delivers professional level coverage. with high-quality video and broadcasters that know your schools and community.
Touchdown, Tonganoxie!
With the support of local businesses, you never pay to watch varsity sports. Live, local, free high school sports coverage. That's Varsity Sports Live.
Grass gets it away. Moore's down the middle. And he makes the catch in the end zone. Touchdown, Trojans!
Keep up with the action at varsitysportslive.com. Live, local, free high school sports.
Rams back with the basketball coming out of that timeout as Hockett is swarmed on that far side. Reichman and Luke McRae. As Luke will pick up his third foul. You got those two out there with Bodie Maslak, Roman Holthaus, and Lachlan McRae. As the fourth quarter rolls around, expect more of the starters to be pulled out, more of the secondary bench guys and deeper bench guys, the JV players, to be circled into this game for head coach Casey Simmons on his way, hopefully, barring any disastrous collapse. This would be borderline just nuclear meltdown if they blow this lead. 37, 2:14 to go in the third quarter. But the Chieftains look like they're going to be on their way to their second win of the season. They go to 2-7. Both wins would be coming against 3A schools, these Rams and the Lakin High School team. They faced out at the Saturday game, the third round game at the Garden City Classic. Roman Holthaus able to finish through some contact.
It shows you just how strong that young man is. He went right through the contact, made the basket.
Gets a deflection here. Reichman, toe tap, saves it on the baseline. How about this sequence for the Chieftains? That ends in 2 points for Luke McRae. That was just well executed all the way around.
Yeah, nice find by Roman on that assist.
The new season high 2 assists for him tonight. And that was, and that starts with Reichman getting the ball near the baseline and being sure not to step out of bounds. That was just poetry in motion. Nice to watch. The other one swatted, but a foul. Going to be calling on Roman for his second. Trying to deny the entry pass to Junker. As both teams are going to be making rapid substitutions, as the Rams are also going to be getting a little deeper into their bench. McGuire, Seba, Brewer, Holthaus, and McRae. Gonna be your 5 out here for the Chieftains right now. Ball on the ground. You got Brewer near it. Holthaus diving out on the floor. Seba there as well. Everybody helping each other up. Great sportsmanship. And it stays at this end with Pleasant Ridge. Number 4, Jesse Hunt is going to be the one to inbound it. Throws it into Rubhausen. Back to Hunt. Going to try to drive baseline on Roman. And another foul going to be called here on Roman as he picks up number 3. A very physical player out there, I think. Not afraid of any contact whatsoever.
Not at all.
Free throws on the way for Hunt. His first few moments or minutes of action in this one. The Chieftains now leading 60-19. He misses the first free throw, however. Rams now going to be going down a 6-game losing streak, leaving Chieftain Arena tonight. Again, barring a nuclear-style meltdown by these Chieftains, which I do not anticipate.
No.
And if they do, I will rightfully eat my crow.
Holthaus going strong to the hoop. Gets fouled. Going to the line.
Foul on David May for his first. Roman, his first trip to the free throw line this season. Hasn't had an attempt yet. He's had a nice performance tonight. 4 points, a rebound, 2 assists, 1 block, and just off on the first attempt. Took a couple of extra bounces on the rim, just couldn't get the courtesy knock in. Takes his time. Second one going to be on the way. And he misses both of them. Under a minute to go here in the third. Big 40-point lead for the Chieftains. This is just the game that they wanted. And as a second block by Holthaus, the putback no good. Rams still control. Rubhausen, that one doesn't go for him either.
Holdhouse almost had another block there.
Brewer pulls in his 9th rebound. McRae back near the logo. Has exploded for 24 points this game. He had a buzzer-beating 3 to end the second quarter. Does he got another one here for the third? Gets a screen from Holthaus, trying to lob it to him, but a foul is called first with 5 seconds left to go in the third quarter. And a foul on Blaine Allison.
Chieftains have plenty of time to get the ball in and get a shot up.
Lachlan on the inbound. Brewer gives it right back to him. Lachlan just in front of the elbow, and it is good on that right side. They make that 2 quarter-inning buckets for Lachlan McRae, now with 26 points. Closing in, he's 3 away from setting a new season high in points. We'll see if he gets a chance to do it coming up here in the fourth quarter. 62-20, Chieftains putting this one in cruise control.
First State Bank and Trust is with you wherever you are with complete online banking. Cheering on the Chieftains once again? Why not pay your bills online? Waiting on your kiddos to get out of school? Seems like a good time to make a transfer. Or how about making a deposit from here? Back in the gym for another night? Why not get an e-statement while you cheer on Tongi? And of course, at First State Bank and Trust, you can always bank from right here. Come on in and see us and get your very own Chieftain card. To learn more about all the great ways to bank with First State Bank and Trust, go to firststateks.com.
Wrap it up. This has been one of my favorite things since we've opened up Chieftain Arena. It's just started about the halfway point of last season, so maybe a little bit after, but it's always at the end of the third quarter and in between the start of the fourth. They bring out a fan of the game out of the student section. They get a chance to make a layup, a free throw, and a three-pointer in 30 seconds. And if they do, I think they get like free lunch on.
He said $10 tonight.
$10 tonight. It's a different prize every time. Something from either the principal, Cody Witt, or athletic director, Jose Eastis.
Lob to Holthaus. Almost got it.
That would be something. He's got the springs in his knees. That's
yes,
for
he
sure.
Does. He got the hops.
Yarder saves this one from going out of bounds. Luke McRae near the top, going to drive on the left. Hand to Bodie. His floater rattles in. And Bodie with the now new season high 6 points on the night. Another one that got partially blocked by Holthaus on the late contest. Dawson Hockett hit the deck, a little slow to get back on defense, but Luke McRae is going to slow things down here. Again, running clock in this fourth quarter. Lady Chieftains had a running clock in the fourth. They won their game 50-15. The boys are on their way to picking up win number 2 on the season. Now under 7 minutes to go from that mark. Jack Reichman on that left side is blocked. Roman able to save it. Chieftains still in control, but it is taken away. Rubhausen is short on his lay-in, trailing by Hunt, and he is fouled. Or by Ollison rather than Hunt. And Ollison is going to go to the free throw line. Third foul of the game on Bodie Maslak. As right now, looking, you got 4 of the 5 starters out over on the bench right now. Kipton Harder, the only exception. So right now, it looks like for Lachlan McRae, he's going to stay finished with 26 points on the night. 3 away, 2 from tying a new season high, career high points in the game, but he's not going to get there here tonight. Or 5 points, I should say, not 3. Still a great performance for him tonight nonetheless.
Oh, nice drive by Roman. Oh, he tried to flush that.
What in the world? That's worthy of another look.
He got fouled, or I think he would have got it done.
Yeah. What? Oh, my goodness. When was the last time you saw a freshman try to attempt a one-handed flush on a varsity game? Ever?
I'm telling you.
Ever?
No,
It's first for me. Knocks down the first free throw.
He's not your normal freshman.
Just try to get another. They try to get it to him. Ball loose. Controls. Goes through. Yep, there's the contact. And I think if he goes free, I think he flushes it.
I think he does.
He goes 2 for 2 at the line, so he makes the most of it. 2 for 4 from the free throw line tonight. 6 points for the 6'1" freshman. So we were just telling you folks about, and I think you made the comment as soon as he checked in, you said future star.
Yes,
you can see the glimpses of it just right there. And the overall athleticism, it's off the charts. Yep. His overall potential.
Yeah, he's already a star on the football field, but he'll be a star here too if he stays with it.
Bodie tried to feed it to him there, and it's last off of Bodie, so Chieftain basketball, or Rams basketball, rather. Imagine that tandem over the next 2 seasons.
I was just thinking that
with
part.
Maslach and Holthouse on the football field. That'll be fun to watch. Roman really made his presence, as Luke McCray is going to pick up his 4th foul of the game, really made his presence as an edge threat, an outside linebacker, edge rusher on the season. He did get some tight end reps. We still have Elijah Holthouse too. He was limited with injury this year, I know, but you got him for his senior year next year. Roman's going to be right in the mix as a sophomore. Bodie, a seasoned junior, back at quarterback. It's going to be a lot of fun next fall down at Beatty Field. This upcoming fall, I should say. We're now in 2026. Harder able to bring that board in. Yeah, of course, the future of this basketball team, too. You're looking at it right now as Luke McCray buries the far corner 3. New season high, 5 points tonight for Luke. Takeaway. Bodie telegraphs that pass. On the left side, easy layup for Bodie. It has just been a good night to have a night for everybody tonight. Season highs left and right. The Chieftains hold a 50-point lead. The Rams, they have just not been able to get any positive momentum going their way at all.
No, I have not. Holthouse going to pick that foul.
Number 4 for him. Putting his hands on his head, maybe a little tired.
Yeah, he's been expending a lot of energy out there.
And you got to imagine in the JV game, he played a good portion. He's a starter on the JV, so playing some good minutes there, maybe an equivalent of a half. I don't know how the score of the JV boys game, if he got rest or not, but now we're going to see Coach Simmons get deeper into his bench. Jackson Weddle is going to be checking in, the 5'9" sophomore. I believe Weedle is how it's pronounced, not Weddle. I think back in the day, old elementary school teacher, Mrs. Weedle, I remember her.
Mm-hmm.
Although when I was in elementary school, it's alarmingly getting close to 20 years ago. That terrifies me. I'm not going to lie to you. That scares me.
He traveled.
He's on the baseline, too, however you want to put it. Another turnover for the Rams. Yeah, my wife made a comment to me the other day that 12 years ago was our freshman year of high school now, and I was like, wait a minute, what?
Yeah.
Graduated coming in on 8 years. Time flies, man. It's crazy.
It surely does.
Holthouse. I thought he might have a chance to flush him. He'll lay it in for 2 instead.
He got pushed in the back.
Yeah. I thought maybe he had the position. If he catches it, might have had a chance to collect and flush. As I mean, the last time we had seen a Chieftain dunk a basketball, I think Andrew Wilson might have tried it back in the 21 season.
Yeah, he might have tried it.
That 2020 team, you had Blake Poggi, you had Heston Robbins, both could really get up and elevate and slam. I think it's been a few years since we've seen a Chieftain flush.
I'm going to go out on a limb and say we're going to see some from number 21.
Yeah,
before his career is over.
Hopefully he continues to stick around and play basketball. He's going to be a treat to watch, and it's been a treat to watch this team tonight. They're going to close out a 51-point win. 73-22 is going to be the final score. The Chieftains snap that 4-game losing streak, pick up win number 2 on the season, 2-7 overall. High fives handed out by Kipton Harder. Great sportsmanship as always. Bodie thought about taking that last shot, but better not to.
Yeah.
Right on the back end of saying good sportsmanship. And the Chieftains dominant tonight on the back of 26 points, 1 rebound, and 5 assists from Lachlan McRae and many other contributors all the way around. The Chieftains complete the doubleheader sweep against the Rams. We're going to step aside very quickly, very briefly. We'll come back to the Brothers Market postgame show, wrap it up, give you final game stats, announce our County Road Brewing Player of the Game, all that and more. We wrap up our broadcast tonight.
At Kansas Insurance, we know one size doesn't fit all. In fact, our whole mindset is based on customized policies for you and your families. We're local, and we do what we do because we care about you. Think of us as brokers for your insurance needs. Working with Kansas Insurance gets you the award-winning service and attention to detail that only an independent agency can provide. All across Kansas, we're here to help you manage and plan for all types of risk. Contact a local agent today. Kansas Insurance. Local, independent, serving.
A great collision on the field? Awesome. An awesome collision on the road? Not so great. If that bad play does come your way, take your car to SNS Auto and Body Shop in Tonganoxie. SNS has been the area's premier auto collision repair center since 1972, working on all makes and models, glass replacement, bumper repair, fiberglass and plastic, color matching, and so much more. And they work with all insurance companies. Get your ride back in the game and learn more at snsautoandbody.com or call 913-369-3193.
For a winning team, contact White Birch Properties, the real estate MVPs.
Shop local and save at Brothers Market in Tonganoxie, where we treat you like family. Brothers Market has great everyday deals throughout the store. Enjoy fresh cut steaks from the meat department, the freshest fruits and vegetables from the produce aisle, and savor the flavors from the bakery. Check out their weekly ad to get the best deals on what you need. From apples to aspirin, Cool Whip to cool crisp lettuce. Brothers Market, open daily. Learn more at shopbrothersmarket.com.
Back here, once again, not the halftime show. It's the Brothers Market post-game show. Check out their weekly ads and specials in-store or online at shopbrothersmarket.com, where they treat you like family. And, Denny, we were treated to a pair of blowout wins for the Chieftains. The boys get it done 73-22, and the girls got it done earlier this evening 50-15. Tonganoxie handling business against the Pleasant Ridge Rams. Give you some final stats here for the boys game as point totals. You had Luke Brewer finishing with 4, 5 for Luke McRae, 5 for Kipton Harder, both of those being new season highs for both of those guys. 8 points for Nolan McGuire, 6 for Roman Holtow, season high for him. 8 for Bodie Maslak. You catching a trend here? Season high for Bodie. 11 for Owen Seba. Not quite a season high for him. 18 would have been the season high, but a good night for Owen. And 26 for our County Road Brewing Player of the Game, Lachlan McRae. Now, look, we could give this to Lachlan every single night. He's the straw that stirs the drink here. But it was, to me, it just felt like it was a really one of his most dominant 26-point performances. And I know that might sound a little hard to kind of comprehend, but he was just doing it at will.
Yes.
He was taking turnovers and going the other way, contested lay-ins, deep threes. It didn't matter what he was doing. They were going down, and they were going down in buckets, no pun intended. And
and he had he had a bunch of assists too, because he was trying to get his teammates involved. So He had a heck of a game.
Yeah, his final line is 26 points, shooting 11 of 16 from the field, 9 of 11 from 2-point range, 2 of 5 from downtown, 2 of 3 from the free throw line to go with 2 rebounds, 5 assists, like you mentioned, and 3 steals sprinkled in there, too. Just a sprinkle in there. Nice, another stat for Lachlan. So again, County Road Brewing player of the game is Lachlan McRae. County Road Brewing congratulates Lachlan on being named player of the game, rooted in the community, brewed for the journey. See what's brewing today at County Road Brewing in Tonganoxie. As there goes my pin, I'll have to retrieve that. But, other than that, it's been a great night here tonight. And particularly for this boy. I think for the girls' team, we knew coming in that they were going to handle their business. This boys' team, it was a little bit of coming in saying, you and I were talking about it before we went live on air. If they don't win this one tonight, when exactly are they going to be heavily as favored as they were tonight? When is that going to happen again this season? And it was kind of looking like, I don't know. They needed to handle their business tonight, and they did. They came out and played exceptionally well. Outside of Lachlan, we mentioned Roman, Bodie, and Kipton, and Luke, both Lukes, Brewer and McRae, excuse me. All of them had great nights tonight. Everybody got minutes. Everybody played well, made the most of their time, and now you're in a position you can go in and you play a Paola team tomorrow night that's been a little bit up and down and playing a little bit under potential, if you will. If you go in, you pull off a road upset against Paola tomorrow night. Who knows? Hey, you got a 2-game winning streak coming into this Friday. Here against Spring Hill, and mind you, the first time the Chieftains and the Broncos played at Spring Hill, it was going into halftime where it looked like all hope was lost in the first. The Chieftains had a great second quarter, made it a one-score game at halftime, took the lead there in the third, and then some other just things kind of fell off in that second half. But they showed moments, great moments against Spring Hill. You get them here at home, riding in on that 2-game winning streak. Anything can happen.
Absolutely.
So it's all in front of Tonganoxie right now. Let's just see if they can handle their business. Once again, that game tomorrow night, you can watch it here on YouTube for free over on the Paola Sports Live YouTube channel. Aaron Feely and Emma Bain will take care of you guys tomorrow night. We are going to see you next coming up on Friday here at home in the varsity doubleheader against the Spring Hill Broncos. Do want to note that game, boys are going to play first. So boys varsity game is at 6, and the girls game is going to be at approximately 7:30. So a note to make there.
Why is that?
On that C team basketball team. Spring Hill doesn't have a C team.
Oh, I got you.
That causes the change. That's what I was told by Josie. I'm rolling with it. Okay. It's going to be like that later on for Ottawa, but
Josie would know.
Josie would know. If he says it, it's law. Yep. So all good. I want to appreciate everyone that's been joining us here tonight on Tonganoxie Sports Live alongside Dennis Drennan, our principal Cody Witt, athletic director Josie Eastis, and the rest of our entire outstanding crew here at Tonganoxie High School. I'm Dylan Funk saying so long. We'll see you next time here on your home of the Chieftains, Tonganoxie Sports Live. Big blowout wins for the Chieftains.
From the gridiron to the hardcourt, the pitch to the mat, don't miss any of the action. We're there with live, local sports coverage at VarsitySportsLive.com.